So here we.
Oh, with a, oh, that angle is really hurtful.
Yeah, that's extreme. I feel I'm falling off.
But
Uh,
it's also FVB, so that is expected.
like, Flowo doesn't know how to play online games.
No, he also can't take a screenshot or take a photo of a deck and share it so that it comes out the right way up. It's usually 90 degrees rotated.
Oh, it was today.
That's good. Yeah.
Wait, Langeroff. Now you're just don't hate the player, don't hate the game. No. Don't hate the deck, hate the player.
Yes,
That's
we
how-
established that earlier when you were not here.
And with that said, I'm just going to remove my life counters here and remove that sign, and we can check their life. Within quotes. Disappointed. You have the link to the YouTube link above, Langroff. If you haven't checked it out, I think that's perfect for you. With that said here, because Flowo is one of those who played blue-green this tournament. He calls it Hinnes Berserk because it's, as we talked about earlier, Mark, we talked about this calling a deck after a person's name, and I'll just go and say
Quad
this.
Mishra, but he's playing the Hinnes. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, Hinnes is not the name of a person. It's the name of a kind of a way of playing. You know?
Yeah, okay. But no, the thing here is, because I asked for it, like, but this is just blue-green Berserk. It's nothing like, why do you call it, like, call it just blue-green Berserk? And he's like, no, this is the exact list that Hinnes played and won the tournament with me 4 years ago.
Okay.
So it actually is Hinnes Berserk.
That makes sense. No, but also everything related to Patrick Hinnes is always, if you name it Hinnes and you get a bit of that luck. I mean, look at the Quad Mishra. It's amazing. Usually not against mode, but
I'm trying to think in terms of poker hands here, but I'm not sure what you call it when you have 4 of a kind and 3 of a kind.
yeah.
It's like some uber full house.
I think they call you get out of here. If you get that in poker with double joker, that's possible. So why not?
Look, if he draws 1 more Zephyr Falcon, he can trade for the Sarah Angel.
Sadly, one is dead.
No, it looks like the Falcons are on jump duty.
Yeah, that's over. Unless he finds the Berserk for the Sarah, there's no way he can handle this.
I remember Chambers playing Tropical Thunder and Breaking Pixies at the From Russia with Love tourney. I don't know Breaking Pixies, but yeah, I do remember the deck Tropical Thunder. For real,
in them, right?
by the way, Chambers, it's still one of my favorite tournaments. Like, it's a super small, random local tournament I put up because Konstantin from Russia said, I'll be in Stockholm for a PTQ because my friend is playing with it. And hi, I can't speak English and know you from the site. And hi, play old school? I'm like, yeah, sure, we can play. And then I organized the tournament and he was like, huh? And then you come. And then MG, the founder of the format, comes as well. And like, what the heck? It's one of
great event. I somehow recall getting very lucky to sneak my way into top 8.
Yeah, and get the old school cube draft for the top 8 as well.
So good. Yeah. And then Magnus was doing a pub crawl remotely.
Yes. He did 22 beers and won the tournament. Because his friends, it was a yearly thing. They always did the pub crawl, but he couldn't be there because he was in Stockholm with us. So every time they went to a new pub and filled up a beer, they sent a picture to him, and he opened a new beer from our fridge. So he kept up with them.
Oh yes, I read about that on the blog. Right, it was the remote pub crawl. Yeah.
Yeah, he fell asleep on the sofa in the tournament, like hugging another guy falling asleep on the sofa. Because yeah, people got drunk. That is one of the best tournaments.
That's brotherly love. Yeah. This is how it works.
And why we're talking about this? Yeah, that's because not much is happening in the game right now.
They're twisting. They're twisting. It's okay.
Well, we're learning that.
You see, and Florian was thinking, Gordon is probably not gonna know what's going on. Let's show him the twister.
So no. He shuffled in the twister. He forgot to put it in a new graveyard
Okay.
and drew it in his hand.
And
I'm
he
like,
thought
oh,
he was doing this for you, but
no one is doing anything for me.
oh, that's so sad.
Except for Mark, who bought a webcam only for me.
That's true.
During COVID times too.
Yeah, like when you said you didn't have a
During
web,
COVID times, after 10 months of lockdown, I finally buy a webcam because of Gordon.
Nice.
like there's two strange things about that. The first thing is, how could you not have one earlier? And the other thing is, how the hell could you get one in like 2 days during COVID?
So that's very easy to answer. The answer to the first question, I didn't want one, because look at me, I can't show up like this to work. We can have remote meetings, and I say, okay, I don't have a camera, so just voice. So that was very helpful. And the answer to the second question is, of course, Jeff Bezos. Yeah?
Okay.
Amazon is still working as expected, better than ever.
Yeah, I like it.
Online shopping is a thing, and not only for Magic cards. What I found now during COVID, you can also buy other stuff online.
Nah.
It's amazing.
Don't believe you.
Yeah, it takes long, but it works.
So does Florian have answers to the moat aside from Chaos Orb?
I think the mode is not that bad for him.
Yeah, but he's
think the
a
Sarah Angel was the problem.
blue-green flyers deck.
Yes, the problem is that he's drawn Quad Mishra, which makes the mode look amazing, but the mode is actually not very good against him.
Exactly.
I suppose the factories are holding off the opposing factories, which can't attack either, so
Yeah.
they're just colorless lands, I guess.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I played blue-green a lot. I like the deck a lot. And you need so many colored sources of mana to do its thing. To play creatures, to play 2 giant groves, have a counterspell up, and that. And like, he has 4 colorless sources that does nothing.
Okay, but I mean, the Mishras is still amazing. So let's be real. If there wasn't a moat on the field, this would still be an amazing draw for the deck.
Florian would have won already.
Yeah, I think easily. So in this situation, okay, it's really, really bad because he can't do the multiple things in a turn. But yeah, that's just unfortunate. And there comes the Sarah again. Bane of all small flying creatures. And if he's not going to play it here, that means he even has a counterspell to back it up. Okay, or he drops a lot and backs it up anyway.
Yeah. And let's see here. How he got 4 Mishras. Yeah, he drew them. He put them into play. And now they're there.
And the 5th colorless land is coming up.
That does nothing.
My, oh my. And he's
I
down
love this.
to, I don't know, was it 4 or 5 cards? So not even close. Oh, that's some bad beats for Florian. So that is not a Patrick Hinnis move, what he's doing right here. That's not how Patrick would play this. Patrick would certainly draw better. I still remember when I started out playing old school with Patrick a lot, and one of the first really great moves he pulled off was when I was feeling very good about my first turn Library of Alexandria. So I just played the library and said go. So he played a strip mine, of course, and a Mox, and with that played a city in a bottle, and then put down a Lotus and a Blood Moon, and said go. And I'm
That's
okay.
how you play Magic.
Okay, I get it.
Okay.
You use the strip mine to cast a city in a bottle to then also put down the
Nice.
Blood Moon. Okay, I got it. I really
I
got
still had all these.
it. Yeah.
I remember the day before fish liver oil last year, or not last year, but last time.
Yeah.
The opponent played like Black Mox, or Black Lotus, strip my land because I went first. Cracked the Lotus for black, played Dark Ritual, double hymned me. So stripping your land, discard 4 at random. Your go.
Pretty good.
Turn 1, like, yeah, this is fun. Because that's easy rules the day before.
I think it was funny when I was sitting down last January also to play Patrick. I said to the guys next to us, I said, "Oh, this is gonna be quick. You better watch us." And they were like, "What's going on?" Huh? We didn't even draw the hands, but I knew what was gonna happen. So first turn, Patrick started first turn. I got mind twisted for 5. This was game 1. I just played land go, and he draws land him, and I'm like, okay, next game. And then the next game, I open up with Mishra's Workshop, Mox, Suchi, and people are like, okay, this seems to be a normal game. And then Patrick goes Mox Sapphire, Ancestral, Mox land. Again, something him, so he himmed me for 2 cards, and then Lotus Energy Flux, and I'm like, okay.
Yep.
So I got a Workshop, a Mox, and a Suchi. They all die, and I get himmed first turn. So this, but this is how he rolls, yeah.
Like, the worst thing is he's also quite a good player, so
yeah, that's the bad thing about it.
That's the worst thing.
If you just got lucky, you could beat him, but then he also makes intelligent plays most of the time. So that's...
For a while though, I was the one player that he could never beat.
Yes,
I
yes.
love it.
So
I know.
I had the Patrick luck against Patrick.
Yeah, that was
For like
crazy.
the first 3 times
He
played.
told me, and the thing is, he complained to me about it, and I'm like, Patrick, this is what I feel all the time playing against you.
Well, guys, I'm going to be a bit a bad host, I feel. But that's because you guys having this great banter here is... I have food to eat in 10 minutes, or I have it actually being cold now. So if I go away for 10 minutes eating it and come back, you can absolutely keep up a banter.
Definitely, we can entertain. We have so many more nice stories, so
Yeah.
we can
Sadly,
keep it up.
I can't like change decks automatically, so you can talk about decks or so.
It's good. We can manage.
Maybe we can
use
let,
our minds.
let's find one deck.
We can imagine.
Okay, blue green. What?
Ooh, giant spiders.
Wait, what now? Was this deck submitted?
It looks interesting, yeah. Put on the name.
I have no idea what this deck is and who it is.
What do you mean? Some Nakamasterna wants to see cool cards on stream. What do you mean? Cards we have lying around, or what?
Okay, and then we went to the beginning. What happens? These decks we've seen. Okay, there are some strange things going on with the.
Leave it at the giant spider.
Yeah, I'll leave it here, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes, just throwing a burger in my face.
Take your time, Gordon. Enjoy that food.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
So I can show you a funny card. Wait a moment. Which I have lying around here somewhere.
But then I should put you on instead here, guys.
No. I mean, you can put us both of us on, right? So you can put both of us a little bit bigger.
Yeah, sure. I'll leave you like
yeah,
this.
like that. Like that's okay. Because there's something that's maybe interesting to the guys not only playing old school, because I have one card left that is not old frame in my collection. It's only one card. Well, actually, it's two cards. There's one more that I got as a gift, so I'm never giving that away. But so it's the backside looks like that, which probably tells you that something is not all right with the
looks
card.
like it has square corners, yeah. And
yeah, the corners are not quite perfect because it is a test print, and the front looks like this. And I don't know how well this is showing on camera.
There's a lot of glare.
There's a lot of glare. Wait, let me fix the light maybe. Let me see if that works. Can you see that?
Is that Vidalcan Orrery?
It's a Vidalcan Orrery, but
how do I still remember that? It's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But
is that the one that lets you play everything at instant speed?
Yes, you can play everything at instant speed. But the crazy thing, I don't know if you can see this, guys, but the crazy thing is this has a special foiling. Maybe you can see it if I hold it in the light like this. So it's the foiling that was only made for a few promo cards, and apparently they did a 5th Dawn set, 2 sheets with this special foiling.
Okay.
And one was cut, and yeah, so I randomly got this card, which was not any good at the time.
When you say you randomly got it, did you trade for it, or did you open it in a pack?
No, I traded for it. I traded for
yeah.
it from the guy who had the complete set and was breaking it down.
Okay.
And the card was really not any good or any interesting at the time, but now I found that this is a crazy good commander card for people that play this format.
Oh, okay.
At least for the casual crowd, and I posted this a few days ago, and people went completely nuts about it. And I'm like, okay, it's a random card. I just didn't sell because I knew it was special. So there's strange things in Magic. So, but that's really the last, I think, new frame card I have left, because sometimes you need to get rid of all the baggage in your life and focus on the nice things.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, and if I take up the stack here, I mean, this is Magic. This is the good stuff, you know.
Sky Shroud Elf.
Yeah,
nice.
The Sky Shroud Elf. This guy is amazing, actually.
This is quite fun because the whatever interface Gordon has us looking at is quite low res. So when I look at the Twitch stream, it's nice and crisp.
Yeah,
but when I see what you're actually showing me, it's quite blurry. But then it makes it into a game of like name the card, because I can't read the text.
You only see the. Okay, then let's test your knowledge a little bit more. Maybe something a little bit harder.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm really struggling. It looks like a gold card. That's how much I'm struggling with the.
It is a gold card. Yes, it is a gold card.
But I can't really even see the. No, I'm guessing it's from Judgment though, because it's giving me the green white vibe.
Almost. It is Planeshift. It's a Fleetfoot Panther.
Fleetfoot Panther. Okay, nice.
You can play it as an instant, which you don't need as an ability.
Swante got it correct. Yes, the green white panther.
Yes, Svante got it. Okay.
Nice.
Maybe some more of this nonsense I have here.
I can totally see it in the Twitch stream now. That's great. This is cool because it's like expert difficulty when I see you hold it up, and I'm seeing it in such low resolution.
And one of the greats. I don't know even why the cards are here, but this is one of the great cards. I loved it. I played when I was younger.
For some reason, I'm thinking Invasion, a card from Invasion.
No.
No. It looks like one of those Venus flytraps, but I can't really tell.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I know this very low res guy. So David is not blind. It's the same for me. I can't even see it myself when I hold
I'm
it in the
just using
camera.
my imagination.
But I think
No,
you can
I
even
really have no idea. I can tell
in
it's
a
a green
stream you
card.
can almost read the name.
Ah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's interesting that you would see a Venus trap here.
Yeah, that I still kind of see it. Yeah.
But now let me get you something that's easier. That's easier to do.
Can I say though, that looks like survival of the fittest.
Yes,
at
I mean
first.
that was easy.
Nice. But if you tried to play this game with new cards, then I'd say even people who are currently playing the game would not be able to recognize them at this resolution because everything is
Yes.
dark and everything is really detailed. Whereas I love the old cards that are, they're just so graphic.
Yeah, I mean it's very easy if you use old school cards, right? So if I hold this in the camera, you immediately recognize it.
Mm-hmm. What about this one?
That's Richard Kane Ferguson artwork, and I think it's Flux.
Flux. Good
Is it
guess.
Flux?
Good guess.
Could be Arcane Denial though, because they
Yes,
have
you
the
are
same
correct.
colors. It's
And
Arcane
you'll see it
Denial.
in about 5 seconds on
Okay.
the Twitch stream.
And they both have very similar artworks, and
They do. They
two
do.
of my most favorite artworks in Magic, by the way. Richard Kane Ferguson for me is the master.
Right. That's another thing that we've lost because these days I think the art directors encourage everyone to make things, look the same. Whereas with the old school
Yes.
artists, we can look and we can say, okay, straight away that's Melissa Benson, or whoever it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. And Richard Kane Ferguson, by the way, was the first artist that I, as a kid, recognized in cards, and that really got me
Yeah.
interested into art. And oh, cool. Oh, so and this is a folio card because look at how he draws the characters, and this is a Ron
Right.
Spencer artwork. So
Mhm.
Richard Kane Ferguson was so strange
Yeah.
that was for me even as a kid recognizable. But then it spread out from there. That was really really neat. But there's one artist left, by the way, which I have to promote. Let me see.
Okay. While you do that, I'm just going to catch up a bit on the Twitch stream.
Yes,
On the chat. So Nakamastana, are you Constantine? I'm just trying to put real names to Twitch names. I think you might be Constantine though. Nakamastana is asking, what is the best card in Alice? Can't name, consult, thawing, or necro. That's tough. I would definitely name thawing glaciers without that restriction. I'll say Zeranorb. Orlando's saying we should have a talk show.
If you're tuning in, so it's Johnny, my favorite Swedish pinball player.
Really? Okay. Skate Zombie Stew is telling us that there's a new TCG coming out called Sorcery with loads of the original Magic artists. That's pretty cool.
So
Nice.
so Skate Zombie, I have to say, as I said, there's one artist left in contemporary Magic, and owning only, let me say 30 playmates or so. I had to get a few of him as well when he recently did a Kickstarter. And what I couldn't believe is that he is in fact digital. That's why I don't own an original from him, because otherwise I totally would. And I don't know if this works with the camera or the lighting even, but this is stuff that he does.
Oof. Wow. Okay. That
And
looks
this
like
is
a large.
contemporary Magic art.
Okay. Wow.
I guess some people will know him from I'll show you another one, because this kind of artwork for me is amazing. It's so classical and looks so hand drawn, even though it's digital.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool, and he does some really really stylistic stuff, even with skeletons laughing at the main character and stuff that is really weird and cool. And his name is Zeb McKinnon, by the way. And somehow, I don't know, somehow he gets these assignments. It doesn't make any sense because the rest of the set, as you said, looks uniform, looks all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is what they're going for. I get it. You want to have a set identity, but this guy gets assignments that are just out of this world. So if you check out, Scafestrom, you're right. He does mixed media, digital and paint. So he paints. Usually does very intrinsic, or I don't know the English word. Some very delicate sketches, and then does a lot of post coloring and so on in digital. But that's why there's technically no original paintings from him. Otherwise, there would be some hanging here. I'm completely stoked by this artwork. It's crazy. It's crazy good. Yeah, but yeah, that's gone, huh? A little bit. But then, even more playmates that arrived this week.
By the way, Florida is telling us that pairings. Oh, that is nice.
Beautiful.
Okay. And that's a good sign, because I assume you ordered that from the Kickstarter.
Yes, I also got this from the Kickstarter. As I said, I have a drawer with maybe 30 playmats, of which 15 I never played, and I still got 5 playmats in this week because I'm just stupid, yeah. But I love this art, yeah. Folio is amazing.
I need to ask you a question as a German citizen. Is it a bad sign if I received an update from USPS perhaps 3 weeks ago telling me that what I bought from that Kickstarter had arrived at my local post office and I haven't received it since then? Because usually what happens is I have something sent to me from outside the EU.
Yeah.
It gets sent to Germany. I never hear anything about it. And then, 6 weeks later, it arrives. No, it arrives back in New Zealand or the US or wherever it came from. So I now use my guys. He's based in the US, and he's my the person who will eventually one day at NoobCon 2022 or something be able to give me, my Kickstarter orders.
Yeah, it's really bad, especially in this season right now. Don't expect anything. So I just had a package that arrived 2 days ago from the US, and it was stuck in customs for 5 weeks.
Wow. But before you talk about that, are we in the correct pairings now? I see Florian said we start, but then another fuck
he effed up.
So
by the way, just catching up with the
pairings.
stream, in case Johnny is still there, Lord Howard Hurts, huh? And they call me Howard Hurts because Lord Howard Hurts.
Because we have pairings.
Is not Constantine. It is Bonnie. So hey Bonnie, and thanks for clearing that up for me.
Oh yeah, that's very not Constantine.
And how many playmates does a man need?
I
don't know. Apparently
before
more than
we
30.
talk more, we need to know if these are real pairings or not, so we can actually get a game.
I think we can just wait a little till they confirm, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he's hearing this. I'll just check in a couple and see if they are there. If they're not, it's probably not real. Okay, I see a DFB shuffling up here against the Bonnie. Okay.
Hear his voice now?
I love that accent. So good.
There was another announcement.
From Bonnie?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's great.
Okay.
Were you also with us, David, when we were playing a pinball? I think so, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking
like
about
2 years ago.
Which city was that in? I'm so confused.
That was Gothenburg.
That was Gothenburg. Okay.
It was on the outskirts of Gothenburg somewhere where we found a shop that had this pinball machine. And by the way, when we got back and I did some digging, I found that the machine we played, the Wild West machine, is one of the most rare pinball machines ever made.
Okay.
And we didn't even know. We were like, okay, this is cool, this is fun, blah blah blah. Yeah. Really crazy.
Okay, we
So
are
I hear
going
the players
live.
talking, but
Yeah,
there's no
and
picture.
the player said Gordon is sending something to us. No, I'm not, but I'm watching them.
I will
Yep,
top up my drink.
that is
Refill.
important. We have 21. I can't talk to them. They are asking me if they're on stream, but I can't talk to them. So
I think they gave up. They gave
yeah,
up.
we need to fix this. I'm going to tell Slamfon that we can't have it like this. But they know they are on stream now. It seems. Let's see. And with that, let's see if we can go to the game.
These animations, Gordon. So cool.
Yeah.
I really love it.
And you know what? We're going to see the Nick Kramer Karma Tomb now.
Oh,
yeah.
I see what you did there. Oh, Nick Kramer almost has Florian-esque angles.
Yeah, like these are the guys who just take up their laptop, push them down, and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Like this is not a good way to play online
really.
old school. Get the real stuff. Not now.
But not everybody has the luxury of getting up free unlimited basics to buy a webcam.
Sure. By the way, I should probably Oyvind, I'm going to remove one of your names. 'Cause it's too long.
One of our names? What are you talking about?
It was long. It went out of the scoreboard. Sour MTG, the camera angle makes my head hurt. Yeah. 2 buys.
You're not alone.
You should not be able to get 2 buys, but hey, that's what happens when you play Evil Enchantress with weakness.
And when you are a zombie, and when Florian van Bredow is running the tournament, anything can happen.
Yeah.
He's a bad Santa today.
Okay, so but we got Nick Kramer getting basics here. Maybe a tower and.
This is probably the most fair land tax I've seen in a bajillion years.
Yeah.
It's a land tax against the Library of Alexandria, and it gets 3 planes.
Yep. As Garfield intended. Yeah. Put that.
I would love it if he went Soaring Lotus and made the library into a swamp immediately. That would be amazing.
Yeah. We have Jerriga. I think he's going to disagree. He likes this camera angle because it feels the most sitting across to someone. I can see your point, but I like actually seeing the cards more. But yeah, like I understand.
But Jerry Guy, who would ever hide a time walk next to their deck? Nobody does that. That's a hypothetical right there that we don't need.
Sadly, it's not. Let's. Yeah. There are those special kind of people who get.
Special people are special.
Gets caught cheating on a webcam game.
Anyhow, the coolest stuff would be if people could have basically 2 cameras set up. One for the stream. That's then easy to observe, and maybe this angle also for their opponent, which is, I agree, can be cool. It feels a lot like sitting across. So yeah, I can see where it has some merit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my webcam setup at the moment because I have a built-in webcam that's the one you're seeing now, and then I have a permanently mounted external webcam that's pointing downwards. And so when I start a match, I can be in this view, and then I can just switch to the other camera. And the other thing is that I found that when I sideboard, I actually like to switch back to this view, and then I can sideboard face up, because my
cool.
table is not visible. So it's actually nice having the two cameras.
Yeah, I have 4 cameras.
Yeah, but Gordon, you are always a little bit
Hey,
different.
OTT.
I have this one. And let's see. Maybe I can just. This is a very bad way of showing all of them. Okay, this didn't want to even show. Maybe it's some other program
Okay,
or
so-
whatnot. Who cares?
Yeah,
What's-
full camera playset, Gordon. Not bad.
Yep. And one for the hand cam, one for the table, one for me. Then I've actually have one more for me that is not a DSLR camera for my regular video meetings when I don't care to fix the light and whatnot.
I see.
Because this is the
So where-
special, so you can do this and really get zoomed in
Yeah.
and things.
What
and
I
nice.
tried a few moments ago and which totally didn't work.
Yeah.
But I think that added to it, Mark.
I mean, yeah, it was a good card guessing game, right?
Yeah.
Always
And
go
people
for
on
the
the
full
stream
play
must have
set.
been so confused. They're thinking, like, I could just read the text of the card.
Yeah, he holds it into the camera, the card is perfectly visible, and David's like, what? It could be anything.
And with
A
that
plant,
said,
maybe a plant. You guessed a plant when it was indeed a lion, so
with
I
that
still
said, I
think
do
there's
want to go to the
Another
game here.
interpretation there.
I do want to say we actually have a Cyclopean Tomb in play.
indeed.
Oh, that's exciting.
But let's see if it lives. I doubt it. What's that? I see a Mox Pearl and a Clockwork Beast. Nice.
Yep.
In stores now.
I have it. I like my in
Is
store.
that a
Like,
Jusam? Is that a Jusam from
yeah, that's a Usum.
the name I can't pronounce?
Oyvind.
Oyvind?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oyvind.
Okay.
Oyvind. Something like that. It's Norwegian. I'm not an expert either.
Okay, if you don't know, I don't need to know. That's good. Yeah, that's a good call out. The problem here is that the mana screw plan will not work against this opponent because he's actually playing an Underground Sea, a Badlands, and a Scrubland. So he will
But
have
the
perfect
moat
mana
will
whatsoever.
work very good against the Jusum.
And he even has the
Wing-Con.
White Pearl. So basically what he needs to draw here is the Karma and not the Cyclopean Tomb.
Yep. A
So
Karma
at least in game
here.
2, he should be advanced, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, like a Karma now is a bolt every
Advantage,
turn.
sorry. Sorry, Gordon?
I think a Karma now is a bolt every turn.
Mm-hmm. Which is not too amazing when you're getting hit by a
But
Jusam,
his-
but
no,
the
but
Jusam
his
doesn't do
moat.
anything, right?
Exactly,
Because
moat.
there's a moat. And what is that below the moat?
That's the land tax.
Oh yes, that's a land tax cover.
So right now it's okay. Hippie goes over the moat though. Oh, and we get better
Ooh.
camera angle. Thank you, Nick.
Oh wow,
And I
A
like
bit
the
dark
center
still.
sweater.
Nick Kramer. Yeah, the sweater. Wow.
Nick is amazing guy. He and his brother, the Kramers, top-notch players.
Absolutely.
That's also one of the more fun, like old school memories. Like me and Svante flying down to Fischli Royal Cup. We fly from different places in Sweden, and have booked the tickets by ourselves, but realize within like 15 minutes we land in the same airport to in the Netherlands to go on the flight to Italy. The same flight. So we're like, yeah, that's perfect. We can have a couple of beers in the Netherlands. And then the Kramer is like, we're there as well. We land 15 minutes after you and going with the same flight over and so on. And like sitting in an airport, having great beers, talking magic. Like I like that. Like the airport get together from different
Start the trip
flights. It's
early.
Yeah, those were the times.
Yep.
Those were the times, Gordon.
Yeah, when you could do things like fly and travel,
Like fly somewhere
and
and
meet
meet people there even.
But we have Ice Manipulator here for the hippie. That's also cool. Let's see if Oyvind has an answer. The moat is going away here.
I like how that is actually a beta IC.
Yeah.
Why
Let's
do you
see.
With a
like
deck
that,
full of
Matt?
white bordered cards. Then you take the IC, which is really much more ugly in beta.
It is so much more ugly.
Yeah, that's why I think this is kind of really. But I think there was some thought that went into that. Let's play everything white border except the cards that people are okay with when they're in white border.
I have a beta IC. I don't think it's very ugly.
Oh, it's extremely ugly.
I do not like the dark printing.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm not a
it's-
fan of dark printings overall, but I think the beta art still, or the IC art, is still better in dark beta than unlimited. And I'm not a big like black bordered guy,
No.
but unlimited IC is actually, yeah, that's one of the cards I really don't like white bordered, even though I own a couple.
I mean, the beta dark arts are also quite bad in unlimited. I mean, they're also
They are, yeah.
not nice, but I still think, especially for set troll, I think a beta set troll is one of the ugliest Magic cards. Some of that
I
is on
agree.
purpose
I agree.
because the troll should be ugly, but it's extreme. It's
But
extreme.
that's also extremely dark.
Yeah. There's a reason I've never played Sedge Troll in any deck. Because I don't have alpha ones.
Yeah.
I mean, the unlimited is
But,
manageable, but alpha is really the
To
only
talk
way
a
to go for
bit
troll.
about the game here, we have another swamp there in the Mishra, but 2 Jusums and the hippie. And I have no idea with life totals anymore because they don't even seem to keep track of them. They use die instead of Talaria. That's why.
Looks like we have 16.
We have 12 on Nick's side. And the dice says 20 to Oyvind, and that's just not true. Okay,
I
they
think they
have a
forgot to do
discussion about this as well now. So
Yeah, I think they forgot to do some.
yeah, they've forgotten to use them a couple of times. But is it 12-20 then, according
I think
to
it
them?
should be. He was on 24 a couple of turns ago,
Yeah.
so
Okay, Divine Offering going to the graveyard there from the hippie. But we have 2 ice here
Fair.
for the Usums. That's at least something.
I want to see another mode or the Wrath of Gods that he plays 3 of,
Yeah,
right?
3. 1 Wrath now, because it has the 2 ices. Is just...
Is amazing. I mean, I love also the combination of anything that sweeps an icy,
Yeah,
because you force your opponent to overextend into the icy to get through, and then you have the sweeper to back it up. It's just sweet.
yeah. Underworld Dreams, yeah, that's a hard one, but
Okay, that could be rough. Because he doesn't play Disenchants, he plays the Divine Offerings over them.
yeah, which is a bit strange, but
And when I saw the list, I thought he was playing them in addition,
yeah, me too.
which I quite like. I like it to play 5 or 6 artifact removals in such a deck because creatures you can deal with fine. So just get rid of any pesky artifacts.
Yeah, I like that as well. And then I was like, no disenchants. Okay, plowing the hippie here, going at turn
Of course,
to
the
2,
hippie.
and,
Always be greedy.
hey, the other is a win cons, and he plays
Yeah.
3 moats. I don't
The
even
clock-
think it's greedy. I just think it's correct.
It's the clock is it is greedy but correct. It can be both.
No, it can't be both. Okay, Chambers, your take.
It can definitely be correct to be greedy. So, in game theory, there's this notion of classic versus romantic play. So, in general, classical play is better, and classical play is basically maximizing the worst possible outcome. So make the worst possible outcome as good as possible.
Yeah.
But romantic game theory is maximizing the best possible outcome. So assuming that the ancestral is on the top of the deck, and assuming that it's going to draw you into time walk, and then assuming that you're going to, yeah, whatever. So there are times when the only way that you can win a game is by assuming that everything is
Yes.
going to play out
Yeah.
perfectly, and you
Play
have
to
play
win,
to your
not
outs.
play to not lose.
So exactly. So in those spots, greed and correct
hippie.
play do line up.
Yeah, sure. Another hippie here, though. But like, I
Totally
just
agree,
want the
David, by
Wrath.
the way, and this is the point that many people fail when they play Magic to recognize when you need to go on this route and when not to go this route.
Yeah, we actually had this discussion last stream in one of my games. There's the Wrath.
There's it. Yes.
Nice.
The win con is
And
gone,
even
though,
after
but-
the hippie comes down a turn later, that's wow.
but
That's
yeah,
a blowout.
we had a play where my opponent had one draw phase. I had a mirror universe. I could play like a maze and survive longer, but he would have drawn like 3 cards to find the artifact removal. Or I could just slam. If he draws his removal, I'm dead. If he doesn't, he's dead, because I also have the fireball. So then I can play the maze and take 3 turns. I have no answers. He can still kill me with a couple of draws anyway. And that's when the play not to lose, which some in chat thought I should do. Just play it safe.
Yeah.
But I thought that was playing not to lose. Instead, no, I slam, because mathematically that gives me more of a chance to win.
Right.
Even if he
Yeah.
doesn't like. But that's one of the hardest things in Magic, to know that switch. I'm not saying I did correct last week, because you don't know. It's such a hard math to do.
Yeah, and usually, I mean, Magic is first and foremost also a game of imperfect information, right? So
Yeah.
you don't know all the cards your opponent plays. You don't know what he sideboarded out, even if you know the deck more or less. So there's so many variables that many times you just have to take a guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, I didn't feel bad when I lost. He drew the Divine Offering off the top.
Okay.
Oh, look at that, a demonic tutor.
Ooh.
That could
Time
be
Twister.
disaster.
Yeah, Time Twister is 7 damage, so
Good enough.
good enough, good enough. Let's see. So we have this deck. He has like, this is usually for Disenchant's main and a couple of Divine Offerings to bring
Yes.
in. He does the opposite. And also those 2 forests with Titania's Song.
I mean, that is really crazy.
Like, he plays a lot of artifacts that can hit for the win there, and so on. I don't know when he wants that, but like,
Yeah, but what is crazy to me is that that's actually forests.
yeah, it's not savannas.
It's not savannas,
Right.
or even 2 savannas in the main deck. Just to
Exactly.
throw the opponent off. I mean,
But it is a land tax deck, so
But
yeah, but I really gonna get all 12?
yeah, like playing a couple of savannas main deck.
If you have 10 planes already, it's okay to not be able to tutor for another 2.
I think Nick is just playing around Wasteland, which is
Yeah,
good
yeah,
play.
probably. Like that seems, at least what it seems to be what he's doing. Maybe it's not the correct choice though.
I appreciate the purity. The
thought
main
so.
deck is free of green mana symbols.
Yes, from an aesthetic standpoint, I can get behind that. Yeah.
But otherwise, like, I actually think he is favored. There's so much creature
Yes.
hate, and with Disenchants against Underworld Dreams, like, I thought he was unlucky in last game. The Disenchants, sure, when the Underworld hit, but like, he should have been able to do something. He doesn't have many win cons though, so yeah, the Disenchants are needed, but Now, with the disenchants for the Underworld Dreams, like, the creatures shouldn't be able to kill him, and then he should be able to win. That's at least what I think. Let's have a look at the Oyvind's deck. So this is Oyvind. Composition A. There is like a YouTuber who's which calls this deck that. I don't know.
The stream is
name.
offline, by the way, for me. Is it only for me? Because I had some connection break a few seconds ago.
Showing me a spinner right now.
I got like a welcome to the chat room.
Okay, I think now we're back up. We're back up.
Yeah, because I have no indication of any lost frame or anything. Dropped frames.
That's why you have
0.
it on the second screen, yeah.
Yeah, but like I need to keep player deck pictures, a Discord, the card showing, the Tolaria on one screen by itself.
I was not saying you are gonna do that. I was saying that is why we are here.
Yeah, but sorry if you missed something. We just said Composition A is the name a YouTuber, old school YouTuber, have given this deck. I don't know who. Sorry about that. The one who's done it, but it's a dead guy ale splashing power and bolts. That's how I would describe it. So white removal, black threats, which is a very good combination.
I think this is a deck. Yeah, I think this is very similar to one that I tested a lot with Patrick for the last fish liver oil. He played a deck very similar to this, with the double Underworld Dreams and also the Wheel and Twister to do a kill with that.
Yeah.
And that can work out fine. I remember we're having a little bit of a contest because I was running straight Underworld Dreams combo and he killed more people with Underworld Dreams Twister than I did. Even though I ran four Winds of Change, and he said, and for Underworld Dreams he had 2 and 2, and he's like,
Yeah.
14 with Twister this round. I'm like, okay.
That was at Fish Liver.
that was I think Fish Liver last year, yeah.
The EC tournament, Columbus Day.
I think so, yeah.
But
it was so funny because people were putting him and me on the same deck because he was so often having double Underworld Dreams and Time Twistering, and I'm like, no guys, he's just playing 2. He's just playing 2. Because you just need 2 to win. Why would you draw number 3 and 4?
Why would you play 4, Mark? It's wasteful.
It was clearly my fault.
That's
it was a mistake. Deck building error.
That's very Patrick. And not Patrick in this tournament, Patrick Hines. But Yusuf in chat, no, that sushi is not a placeholder. He probably just owns 3 Yusums because they are crazy expensive. Crazy expensive.
I think that's what Jusum is getting at, though. That is in the spot that clearly the 4th Jusum should occupy.
That picture gives it away.
They do have similar backgrounds, actually. Yeah, they both got like the reddish background.
I do like the Old School Magic Cup playmat from Nick Kramer. Not because of the Old School Magic Cup, but I like it because of the artwork there by Jesper Myrfors. It's a Island Fish Jasconius baby with ice. And
nice.
Let's see if I can...
Whew. First turn icy here on the play, that's nice.
Because I have an original Jesper Myrfors Island Fish baby.
Oh, cool.
In my very special strange frame here.
A baby with palm trees.
Yeah, so this is the real baby, and on the playmat there you have it, the second baby when it was winter time.
I was expecting you to bring out another lizard. What Well, you've seen my red
Instead,
one,
a
and
baby
here's my blue
Leviathan.
one.
A baby
Exactly.
Leviathan, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, that maybe later.
No, let him sleep.
It's really cute that your lizard has a bedtime.
Yeah, and it really is a bedtime because it's a timer when the sun goes up in the terrarium,
I see.
and when
Okay.
it turns off, and then he sleeps like that.
So you're saying
Healthy
that,
sleep is important, yeah.
Having routine.
Are you saying that the lizard isn't well adjusted to Nordic winters?
As its natural habitat is Australia, no. Sweden and Australia is a bit different
Do you
when
have
it comes to
to
climate.
flip the seasons around for it as well?
Yes, actually. No, actually, I
Really,
changed
you
the
do?
timer depending on the sun and so on, winter time and sun. Yeah. Thank you, the DFB. Have you played all your games now? Because it was a lot of fun. Like, I wanted to have you on stream again. Have you topped 8? You need to top 8. How can I else?
Is there top 8?
Top 4 maybe. And Flowo and Slamfon. Yeah, exactly. It's a top 4, but Langer, don't be like
Hear
that.
the voice of reason.
Go back to tilting.
What the host should know is the top 4. And now he clears it up, but yeah, thanks, by the way, yeah?
Mm.
We don't know anything, but yeah, thanks.
That's so Svante. That's so Svante.
Yeah, definitely Svante.
By DFB maybe want to join as a commentator then for the top games. Can confirm
Oh.
it is Svante. Yeah. Good confirmation there.
Exactly what we meant, Mr. Landgraf.
Exactly that.
I
But
thought-
to the game here, I just need to ask. We have a circular protection red,
Well,
Which
that's
is
not at all
interesting.
fair.
but like
But what is there? There's a sushi. I see double Mishra.
but
And
little-
now what did he just
it's
drop?
like 2 lightning bolts in the opponent's deck.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that, right?
No, but he've only seen Hippies and Jusums and Underworld Dreams.
Is he running Sleight of Mind?
No,
No,
only
because he's
white.
playing white with 2 forests and sideboard. Not to
Yeah, it
forget.
doesn't seem optimal then.
No, that Nick. Why?
It's called handicap. I think it's a golf term. When you feel you're so far in front of your opponent, basically you give him a few
Okay, sure.
few dead cards in your deck.
So no, this is not the correct life total because they don't use the life.
Looks like
goddamn.
13
Yeah,
13 something.
22.
13, 22? Yeah, I think he just sorted the Hypnotic and that was it.
Yeah, Earthquake and Protect Yourself. That's super cool if you played red.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a Karma. And a City in a Bottle.
Orcish Artillery from the sideboard?
Yeah, that's also cool.
I think he has nothing. I think honestly that name I forgot how to pronounce.
Oyvind.
Again?
Oyvind.
Oyvind.
Yeah, that's...
I think he even took out probably the Jusums because he doesn't want him to get tapped down and kill himself.
maybe.
So I think this is a complete miss sideboard here from Nick. The city is gonna bite him, and the circle red is definitely.
The circle
gonna bite
red
him.
is just strange, but like
I guess he saw the Badlands, and he doesn't want to die to burn. I don't know.
but still, but I don't think the city is gonna like. I'm thinking Usums are still in the deck. Problem
I'm
is
not
though,
sure.
there's 2 factories and a hippie. So
Yes.
a Wrath of God doesn't do it. Moat doesn't do it. Like he needs multiples.
Although he has the icy.
Oh, he
still,
has
right?
one
So
icy. Yeah. So
the ugly
Moat-
dark icy that he hides
yeah,
behind the mocks because he's too embarrassed to show it to the world.
exactly. So a moat here, and he can stabilize.
Yes.
That would be like, I am sorry, or even I'm very much for Nick, just because I've never seen this deck before in this way.
Well, Nick is
and by the way, I
absolutely
wanna see
crushing
game
the sub
three.
game.
Yeah, not even splashing blue or anything like that.
Nick is up many cards over
Nyla
the course of this
Top
match
deck, by the way, asks for karma.
from the land
Yes,
tax.
it is a karma deck.
Yeah.
Sorry, that
I cannot ever let my opponent activate land tax. I would rather lose the game than give my opponent that satisfaction. So
Okay.
Oyvind is
That usually
is-
makes you lose the game. Like, one of the things with land tag, it's almost like standstill. Like, you
Yes.
need to just play into it. That's the way you beat it. You can absolutely play a bit around and so, but like, you need to play lands because that's your plan.
well,
You
okay,
won't beat
but
it without
it depends what your goal is, Gordon.
winning,
Yeah, well, for me, okay, so I was very disappointed.
not losing.
David Montage made that
Yep.
amazing set of cards for NoobCon last year, styled after Hero Quest. And I was lucky enough to be one of the characters in that set of cards.
Oh,
But
hold that thought.
my-
We have a new follower.
Yeah, CSV, thank you very much for the follow. Session expired. I can't see it here. Goddamn. Everything screwed up there. I have no idea what happened, but thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, you're one of them.
All right. Go ahead, David. Sorry.
All I was going to say though is that that was a really cool set of cards, but I was a little bit sad that my quote was somehow messed up, and I got somebody else's quote on my card.
Oh no!
But
Oh, do you?
the correct quote that I submitted was "always win the sub game."
Oh,
And
that's
so for me, the land tax
Oh.
sub game is just depriving the opponent of the satisfaction of ever getting the 3 lands.
love it. I need to go and
Yes.
check because I don't remember mine. But
Okay.
Mathan, thank you very much for the follow. And Mark, I hate you for that because my deck box is gone. But I need to go and
Oh,
fix
that's
this.
upsetting.
Too bad. So, what do I need to check?
You need
Your
to find my
quotes?
card, and you need to adjust the quote. Yes. I
So-
think my card has. It's actually quite fitting for old school that I have somebody else's quote on my card. I
It's
don't know
funny
whose
because
quote it is.
it tells me you're a brother of fire even. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably a clue. It's probably the quote from one of the Brothers of Fire.
I was early to finish. I was late to start.
So
Red
yeah.
Mage since 1995 and Brother of Fire. I think that's definitely not you. We can agree
oh,
on
that's
that.
a Twitch
Yeah,
in.
and when I read that, it definitely has sexual connotations to me. So I've never quite been comfortable with that.
Okay.
So
Is my webcam, by the way, stuck? Is my webcam
yes.
stuck?
It seems to be.
So I did this instead with my set. I put them in a
Oh,
binder.
that's nice. Okay.
Because I try to get everything signed. So I have a couple which isn't, and I haven't really bothered.
Gordon,
I have the
what
sheet-
color are your signatures? Just sorry to interrupt.
Silver.
They're silver.
Do you know
Interesting.
why?
Okay.
Do you know why?
No, it's a nice color.
I
think
borrowed
you
the
made a good choice
pen.
there.
I borrowed
I
the
see,
pen of
okay.
someone.
Nice.
I thought it was you.
It may have been, yes.
Yeah.
And
The
there may be a
cheater.
reason that half my cards are unsigned, perhaps.
No, that's not
No,
true
no.
though.
Okay, no.
Cheater can't be shown. He got his
Cheater?
card. Yeah. One of the cards
I
is
don't know
a
about
proven cheater.
I didn't know that. Okay. All right.
Just
well,
for you.
Well done.
Just for you.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
So he has his card like that. Still want all
I
my
see.
cards.
Okay.
And I have
Oh, that
almost
looks so cool.
everyone. So I made a whole just for these cards because they are
Nice.
way too cool to not have here. And
That's a
here
really
I
nice
actually
way
think
to
this is
present them.
Jonas Twitchen. That's probably where you got your red mage things from.
I see. Okay. Late to start, early to finish. Something
Yep.
like that.
I was early to finish. I was late to start. Favorite card, Wheel of Fortune.
Okay,
Red
so
Mage
okay,
since
I'm back.
'95 and Brothers
You
of
guys can hear me
Fire.
again?
So these cards, for those, because we didn't really say, was David Montage.
hear
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Check.
We can still hear you, Mark. You're not hearing us, that seems.
But I can hear you. That's interesting.
But so he made everyone fill out the form,
I can hear.
and
Wait, I can hear you, David. Can you say something, David, for me?
We can hear you, Mark.
Okay, interesting. But I can't hear Gordon. That's
Oh,
amazing.
that's odd.
so he made a form. So people filled out the form, sent in images, and
So the
He
screen is not
made,
in here for me.
he
I
made
can't see the
trading
stream
cards
in the
with
conversation, Gordon. Maybe you can check that.
magic people. So here's DFB's card,
In your ninja world.
and you get like stats on how creative you are and whatnot. Super cool thing. Mark, can't you hear me? But you can hear Chambers. That seems very, very strange. As
guy we just
Chambers
saw
hear
play?
me.
Nick Kramer. Okay. I'll have to get my Nick Kramer card signed one day.
Okay, there was some hiccup here.
I'd be.
Let's see if you hear me
Watching
now.
Yes. The stream is back. Thank you.
Okay, there
Gordon.
was some hiccup with your stream that screwed the whole thing
Yeah,
up.
screwed everything over. So
Screwed
you
the
think we
pooch.
can play the game again, David? Then
Yeah.
give me this card.
Oh, that's a lion or a tiger?
Taiga.
Tiger.
A lion or a tiger? Interesting.
Yeah. But we had here in chat, are proxies allowed? Please chat, actually no audio. Okay, so he doesn't care if I talk to him.
Ooh. Dreimal Time Vault.
No proxies unless you can't revise the unlimited and beta. Same art, same frame, no foil reprints.
And what about square corners, Gordon? Are they allowed?
They are allowed
Mm-hmm.
in this tournament.
Okay.
Like I would allow them as well in most online tournaments. I allow them on the stream all the time. If people want to play them, I have no problem there. But my big problem though is calling them real cards. Allowing them or not, that's something else. But calling square cornered, gold bordered on the backside real magic cards, then you have not understood what magic cards is. A magic card isn't just a magic card because it was printed in Belgium. Yeah. So deck list. He probably doesn't listen to the stream, but the deck list will be available later on Wak-Wak, on the stream deck site. Let's see if he actually listens. You listen, you have your answer. Otherwise,
Here's one for you.
later.
Oh, I know this guy. Alliances.
Oh, that's a cool. Love the
I don't know
card.
the name honestly because I didn't play in Alliances, but I know the guy from the artwork.
Okay, it's from the same cycle as Force of Will.
Oh, is it the white? Is it the White Force?
Yeah, it's the White Force of Will.
Ah, okay. That's probably why I know the artwork, even though I didn't play that. But I have no clue what it does.
Scars of the
Prevents
Veteran.
damage?
It prevents
Scars of
up
the
to
Prevents.
7 damage to any target. And if the
7.
target is a creature, it gets that many +0/+1 counters at the beginning of the next end step. So if
Super
they
good
It's not
card.
bad.
lava
It's
burst
not
your
bad.
Phyrexian Warbeast and you prevent the 4 damage, your Warbeast is now a 3/8.
This is
Going
not
forward.
a bad card.
If they go all in, Lake of the Dead, sacrifice 2 swamps, Double Dark Ritual soul burn you to try to refill their hand with Necro, and you prevent the damage, they do not get to draw 7 cards. So it really is a white force of will in that case.
Okay.
In that
case,
specific
I just
scenario,
want to say a thank you for We Shades for the follow. If you are listening, the decks, we won't publish them now because of the tournament is going on. We will publish all the decks, almost all the decks, later after the tournament. Probably tomorrow when I'm not as hungover anymore. Somewhere around that time frame when I'm not hungover. That can also be in 2 days because I'm getting old and getting hungover way longer than usual. And I'm still only drinking 10% beer because I'm stupid.
but that's a good thing, Gordon. That's a good thing. It confirms you are a human being, which is nice. And getting older means you made it to this point, which is also quite good.
Like the alternative to getting
Yeah.
older is pretty bad.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly my point, yeah.
And yeah, if I understood correctly, there will now be a cut to top 8. If Florian is still watching, it would be great to maybe
this,
have him come in and tell us what's happening. I'm gonna look if he's still playing a game. It doesn't load for me, so probably not. It's not reported. Let's see if we can get him online. But then I also need to ask you two guys here, Mark and Chambers, you know, first name, second name, surname, and so on.
Mark Chambers is okay.
Exactly. We're just one person.
And way better than David Lanigra, I think.
Yeah, Mark Chambers is a better name.
Mark Chambers sounds much better, yeah.
It rolls off the tongue.
Of the
tongue.
rolls of the well. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the question is, what do you want to ask us?
Yeah, so first of all, here in chat, do we have a round timer? Not really, except that it is said that the semis should start in 23 minutes. So let's, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put the 20-minute timer there, here.
Yeah.
Next round in 20 minutes, and that will be the semis. Semis is actually correct. Trying to get a hold of Florian, the tournament organizer, so he can join us here and maybe do the top 4 announcement when it's ready. And after that, we have one more guest commentator. And here's the thing, the setup I've had. So here in this thing here, or when we show decks, I can have 4 people. 4 guests talking about thing. Me, a commentator, and bringing both players from the game. That's the setup feeling.
Very intelligent.
But when commentating on a game, I can be me, my co-commentator, and 1 guest. Because I need plays for the scoreboard. So I haven't set up so you can actually be 4 people commentating on a game, which I hate because I needed it last week and I want it now as well. Because we have 1 more guest, then we're 4 people. So here's the
I don't mind leaving, but I don't mind staying either. So
I would make this very easy. So what is important to me, that I get to shit talk DFB live a little bit for his island, so we can do that in this screen. And when you switch over to commentating, I'll be out anyway because I need to grab something to eat as well. And unfortunately, I don't have a personal servant in my house that can bring me stuff and order me food like Gordon has.
Yeah. Sadly, DFB, he lost a lot. He will not be in top.
That's good.
So he probably won't join us because I haven't seen him in chat for a while as well.
Oh, okay. That's sad.
But yeah, if you want, then Chambers, if you want to stay, please stay with our next guest as well. Because Mark has stayed while you were the guest. He's overstayed his welcome.
Yes, definitely.
No, I would say he just overlapped. And I was
Overlap.
happy to have the overlap. Yes.
Yeah, and now you overlap with the next. That's perfect.
Works for
But
me.
with that, Mark, you should still stay for until then. But it has been great having you on as well. I'm going to say, as the 314 said earlier on stream, I think this is a good thing. We need to do this more, as you don't want to play online. That's me. You commentate instead.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Shavers,
the only other
you should
viable
play
option.
though.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. So I'm hoping that if there's some downtime that I can talk through a deck that I'm theory crafting, because I'm missing this old school action. I want to get back into it. So I can give you some constraints, and then we can brew something.
I think that's fun. You give me what to brew. We can use my cards. You and me can play against other people on stream.
That sounds good.
Because I'm guessing you don't have the vast collection you had once in old school anymore.
I still have all the cards. Don't
Oh,
worry.
you do?
Yeah.
Because I found an old deck of yours, which I'm there's 2 cards I'm short of. I'm trying to get a hold of right now. It is not the original ATOG that we talked about on Flippin' Orbs a couple of years ago. It is the Total Recall deck. Mono blue.
Okay.
I should get this on. Should I get this on stream?
If you
Yeah,
can.
get it on screen.
I can't even remember what it
Yeah.
is, but I assume it plays Recall.
Let's see.
But if it's very old, it should be from the time when Recall was restricted.
Let's see if I can find it. Oh, you'll see. Okay.
Mono blue though, that does sound good.
By the way,
Oh, it's a very
quality
it's a very Chambersy deck. Of course it is. You're going to
No,
see.
from time to time I build decks that are not Chambersy, and then I regret it.
Here we have it.
Oh, okay. this is
Low
looking
quality
like me.
picture, but
Okay.
still.
that's
Okay.
Total Recall as in Hercules Recall.
Yeah.
Ah, okay,
Whoa.
nice.
And
That
one
was
Recall
my
because it was restricted at the time. Yes.
nice. NoobCon 2017, I believe. Oh wow, the obelisk of undoing in the sideboard. I like it. Yeah, okay.
Well.
I could rebuild this deck. I have all of those cards. I could.
That's
totally
one hell of a deck. The Sage is unreal.
I
Sage.
love
Oh, yeah.
it.
Sage is great.
See.
So Sage is one of the cards that I want to have in my new deck. So I bought some cards from a friend in Berlin, but I haven't seen him for months. So I paid him the money, and I'm just waiting to see him one day to get the cards.
You're just
But I
waiting
can-
up.
I can tell you the high level view of what I want to do. I want to play Mana Vaults, and I want to play Mahamori Jin very quickly, turn 2 if possible. And I
Turn
want-
2.
Yeah. So Island, Mana Vault, Island, Mox, Jin. That's the plan.
I see.
And then I assume that after sideboarding, I have to sideboard out the Jins because they'll get red blasted. So I'll probably bring in Suchi or something. But game 1, Mahamori Jin, turn 2. And maybe play Air Elementals as like Mahamori Jins 5 and 6. Something like that. But then I want to play main deck Energy Flux and main deck City in a Bottle, and tie it all together with Sage of Latnam. So
That's crazy. So you wanna have the artifact ramp and energy flux in the same deck.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have this exact deck in
Do
my
you?
brew
Okay.
list.
Okay, good.
With
Good, good, good.
with Sage and Mana Waltz to ramp out
Okay.
things, and with full Moxen and everything, and 4 energy fluxes.
I love
Because
it.
I want to ramp
Okay.
out an energy flux.
Crazy.
Uh,
That's crazy, guys.
and then I use the Sage to not go down on value on the flux. But I still want to
Nice.
play it early because it's 3 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sure, if you
I
play
have
turn
this.
3 with 3 lands, it's not good. Yeah,
Oh, Gordon,
I
you're
agree.
getting me excited now.
Oh!
Thank you.
See, because I've told this to a couple of people, and everyone.
And it's beeping even. Where's this beep coming from?
There's something outside, but like everyone has said, this is such a like nah.
The extra beer coming in again.
I think it's a great idea. Keen to see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see. I just finished my 200th match, old school, in leagues/tournaments this year.
Wow.
That is crazy,
amazing.
Orland.
Yeah, I wrote to Orland maybe a month ago to see whether he wanted to play Ice Age with me, and he said that he was taking a week off from all webcam magic, except for webcam tournament magic. So I think he ended up playing 4 matches that week or something. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Chambers, now I get even more pumped on this one. I need to send you the list.
Oh,
I
I'm
have.
so excited now.
So Florian is going to join us for a top 4 announcement, but he sent me this. No, need a short break. Cigarette and piss. And get some rum.
Yes. I can.
Classic Florian eloquency.
Like, Flowo knows
Yes.
what's
He
important in
knows
life.
his bodily needs.
Like, come
And
Because-
on.
satisfies them.
It's
and
a card
satisfies
alarm.
them.
He does. Look, he and I recently we played quite a bit of Age of Empires 2 together. He had never played it before, but he got into it. And yes, we would play a game, and then we had the Skype call going so that we could be chatting during the game.
Yeah.
And then we'd finish the game, and then 5-minute pause, because obviously he'd go outside, have a smoke, and then come back and we'd play again. So you've just got to be in sync with his biorhythm, and then everything is harmonious.
I love it. Okay, so I did this deck even more stupid than we said, apparently.
Okay.
Because the 4 mana waltz and cards that I just like. I
Okay.
put in 4 phantasmal forces.
Ooh.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay. Okay.
4 power flying is nothing to laugh at, guys.
Yeah, and it doesn't die to city, and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't die to artifact removal. It dies to absolutely everything else, even the Scrib Sprite, which is the most played creature in this format today, but still.
So,
Yeah, in today's meta, probably not very successful. I agree.
yeah. So I think, yeah, the Emerald Dragonfly would really take it down.
Oh
But,
yeah, first strike as well.
I think you,
The Emerald Dragonfly.
in your mental list, you have that where I have Air Elemental. So I think
Yeah.
we're sort of vying for the same spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I have 2 Mahamute Jins at top end.
Okay.
But I also put in actually 4 Serendibs instead of playing Cities bottles.
Yeah, I mean, mine is all
'Cause
all
3
theory
mana.
at this point, but I was thinking I'm playing Air Elemental and Mahamoti Jin main deck, and then probably sideboarding out City in a Bottle and bringing in Serendib Freet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had something like that in mind, but
But it's crazy because I have never seen decks like this.
yeah, that
But
should be a
we
thing, though.
have almost the same idea.
I like it because Energy Flux. I mean, that's what I want to be playing.
Yeah, like
If only I could
it's
play
such
Force of Will
a
as well, and then I'd have a sort of a use for that blue card in the matchups where.
it's such a crazy card. But guys, I have a small thing here. I'm going to throw away that sign that said all the things which round it was, which I forgot to update and so on and blah blah. Because I want to say hello to Bad Santa now, if that's okay. I don't know if it's muted or unmuted and so on, but let's see if we can get Florian from Bread of Bad Santa, Mr. Flo-Vo himself. Hello, Flo-Vo. Do you have a piss and rum?
Apparently not yet. Still working on it. But we can. Yeah.
That's not. Oh.
I can already hear the rum, so it's not muted,
Okay,
yeah.
that's like nice. You deserve it.
That's something
Thanks
I
for-
deserve, I think. Slanfan does not deserve it yet because there are so many glitches today. Not on his side, but he has to repair them.
Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah, no, it's not. Well, he has to because I can't do anything in the core. So we do have one more match that is actually not, or it was not scheduled because somebody dropped without using the drop function in the report system. And I saw the message after I started the last round, and this happened once before. That's why we needed the break between round 4 and 5, I think. The longer break.
Yeah, because I saw also one person dropping in the system, but still playing.
Yeah, for some reason
Tilo.
Tilo got dropped, even though he was not about to drop. And once he got dropped in the system, in the reporting function, you will be dropped every round. And that's something I didn't know, so I had to repair and check. And this is just, and 3 of my matches today from 6 rounds went to time as well. So this is just, I have to drink something.
Cheers.
It sounds as though a lifetime ban is in order.
No.
A lifetime ban on who? On Flo-Vo, I'm guessing.
Somebody.
Yes.
Apparently.
I'm considering banning myself from organizing events, yes.
Okay, but I need to do a shout out here. Danny Friedman just joining the stream for the first time and saying, "Holy shit, Mark and David on the stream." Hey
Hey, Danny.
Yeah, look what you missed, Danny. Look what you missed.
It's like
I won't
2016 revival here.
I think this is probably the best online stream I have ever done. The guests, getting Mark here to commentate with me, getting David Chambers back in the game, it seems almost, get Flo-Vo fixing the tournament, and also my old nemesis Martin Berlin joining. And with that said, we still have one more guest joining soon, and we also had I'm forgetting the last thing I was going to say. It has just been so
Something
much.
else that was awesome.
Yeah,
yes.
it was awesome, that thing also.
How much did you drink so far, Gordon?
Not
Answer me that question.
He's talking about his beer being only 10%.
one beer
and-
every other round. I told you.
But
I'm going
you
into my
started.
so I'm
So
going
we're up
into
to
my
round 8, if I count the beers correctly.
so
right?
it's on so only 3 and this is the one I'm starting on now.
Okay.
what is this only 10%? I mean, to me, that's strong beer.
Yeah, it is. But no,
I'm
look,
looking at
I
mine and
remember.
it's like 4.5 or something.
I remember now. We even got a newly married man to join the stream as well.
Yes.
That
yes,
was
amazingly.
pretty nice.
Seb,
Yes.
I am Seb.
Join? Great.
Couldn't
Inappropriate clothing, I want to
I know.
add.
yeah,
the
in
very
a
appropriate
bathrobe
clothing.
at the spa.
The
With a,
reveal
with,
with
with a
the-
half
yeah.
open bathrobe.
Yeah, I know.
Fully relaxed. Wow, I was amazed.
Said, I mean, he could have had me marry him if it turned up in that kind of costume.
Like this
Any day of the week. Any day of the week.
How could you say no to that?
This is like it has been. You guys are so effing amazing. You have made the stream wonderful, and you're welcome back anytime. Twiddle, you're on the Discord now as well. Chambers are. Flo-Vo will never be there, but
too
there
much
you
tech,
will
too
get
much tech.
so we can fix, so
Yeah.
you can be be on stream so we can set up some co-commentating. Chambers and me will play together against a lot of people with strange decks. We need to fix that.
I like that. Yeah.
We can build 3 different stupid decks and
Okay.
play against 3 different opponents.
Nice.
I think that. But back to this tournament, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you think
I
about
don't
that,
know
Flower?
if Slamfan is reading my messages properly or if he's still up to do something. I will just answer a result. At least Alex Blanchette has a proper result then, so I can
Yes.
end.
That's the last result.
Oh no, I think he. Okay.
Live ending the round now?
No?
Florian,
I
you've
can't end
adopted
anything right now.
the Brian Manolakis
End round, there it is.
pronunciation.
Okay.
What did you say, Chambers?
That's very sad for Stu, because well, he then got 4 points or 6 points today. No, 4 points, because
only
he
combined?
was paired as a buy, even though he didn't have to be in the last round.
Oh,
So that will eliminate his last place, which he honestly deserved again.
He also got a no-show.
Yeah, he also
Earlier.
got a no-show. That was his other win. So to make this fair, and because he is a quite creative man, and I know that he was doing the Spectral Chaos set as well, independently of somebody else in the US, whose name should not be mentioned, MTG River, who made them and just came out with them earlier. So that's why he will get one of the, or he will get the scrying print.
Nice.
Wow.
Right.
Oh
Very
my
cool.
god.
That's a nice.
Stuart, I will send
Internet,
this to you.
internet seems to die. If you can still hear me, stream will probably die at any moment.
Oh, that's fine, Gordon.
What the fuck?
Right.
My
Mark, Dave, and I
computer
will take
says
over.
my computer says there's no internet. It's strange that you can still hear me.
Internet.
Yeah.
We can hear you fine.
Yeah.
All right. Ending the round now. Stuart will get the print. I think I have his address because he got the last place last time as well. Then I will. Well,
Who will you send it to, Florian? Is it Stuart Zombie? Is it
yeah, Skate Zombie.
Skate?
Yeah.
Skate
Skate
Stewart?
Zombie Zoo.
Yeah.
The guy who was complaining that nobody wants to play him because they're too afraid.
Yes, to win. They're too afraid of winning.
Yes.
They'll get sick of winning. Too much winning.
Yes. So turns out, after 6 rounds, if I may say so, after 6 rounds we have 4 people with a record of 5-1, which means that Torbjörn lost against Jason in the last Swiss +1 final match, basically.
Mhm.
Coming in 4th place is Orland, Mikael Johansson.
Too good.
Very
Coming
nice.
in 3rd place is Jason Schwartz.
What?
The first time I ever saw him in a top something.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Congratulations, my friend.
Whoa.
Well done, Jason.
Third
Also for
second
Åland,
place-
of course, but
2nd place is Danny Friedman.
To be expected.
Yeah, to be expected. Well, I expected him to be number 1 on 6-0, and his opponents in 6 rounds being only able to do 4 turns or so. Right. And number 1 still is Torbjörn Nielsen on the best OMW breakers. So I'm adding the Swiss round now. Let's see. Swiss round is round number 7, if that is correct. And adding another Swiss round. So it's 2 Swiss rounds.
wait,
I somehow
what now?
always expect.
How?
No, I have to remove Swiss rounds. Sorry.
No,
Ah,
I-
fucking hell. Yep.
I
all right.
expect Danny to always make the top 8 without winning a single game. somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Danny got into the top 4.
Yes, he did.
Indeed, he did. With
want-
the bad deck
okay.
picture and the BM deck, I
So
want to add.
no, I just want to ask Danny one thing because I see him in chat. Did you win any game in the tournament for real or only by the opponent scooping to you, showing what you had? Did you win any game for real? All concessions.
I think no. For sure. I mean, is anybody surprised that it's Danny? No. What do you expect?
That's exactly what I expected, and I love it.
Isn't there a great quote from the Art of War? Like, the best way to win is if you don't even fight.
You can't lose.
No, something like if the opponent doesn't show up, that's the way to do it. Yeah, win
Best
without
way to win
firing a single shot.
You don't have to fire a single shot.
Yeah,
Exactly.
win without firing a single shot. Yeah, that's how
Danny,
Danny does it. Yeah.
Please never play Ice Age. The games are long enough already.
Glacial chasm. Yeah.
But that is one great top 4.
Yeah, it is a great top 4.
So
I'm very happy with the selected. But still, I can't.
How
for
do
some
we do
reason,
it now?
I can't. I did. I'm talking to Slamfun in the minute.
So I'm thinking
And
like
round.
this, Flowo. You fix with Slamfun to get the games up and running to add the playoffs, which should be added because I can see that in the information.
Yeah. Now it's getting.
So, because I want to bring in our last guest, and you will write in the Twitch chat when we're ready to go.
Oh, we are. Should be somewhere.
Okay, I still want to kick you.
Yeah.
No.
Just drop me.
Sorry.
Or should I just?
No, we'll drop
out of here.
Mark.
Just a second. Before you drop Florian, I wanted to say, cheers, Florian. Good to see you.
Yeah.
That was
And-
being nice for the year. I didn't get that out of the way until now. So
But
I had
actually,
to-
one more thing. Florian, great fucking work. This tournament has been
Yeah, thanks for
amazing.
hosting. Thanks
You
for hosting.
are.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kick you out and
yeah,
get
bye-bye.
the next one in here, and you'll shout out when we go to the semis. Let's see if it works. Okay, no, have not done that before. Yeah, sure, there, it worked, and yeah, let's use that anyway. Now my next guest will be a bit mad at me, who says different things to him all the time, but also Discord died, or actually not, like for real, my internet is dead. It's very strange that I still talk to you and so on, because my router says there is actually no internet connection coming in to my apartment. Thank you very, very much. That means a lot. Like I can't do what you do. Fucking episode every week for how long now?
To say the least, yeah.
145 episodes?
Something-ish, yeah. Rough. It's pretty much been one a week on average. I skip one or two here or there. I've had a few extras here or there, but it's about one a week.
That is just so crazy. But like, if I can't do the amount, at least I can try to use my skills for production value instead.
Right. Well, quality over quantity. Clearly, I'm giving up a lot of quality, especially in production value.
Hey,
let
not
alone-
anymore. The first couple of episodes, those were quite harsh on the ears.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
anymore.
I changed that about 30 in, though. So thanks
Yeah,
to...
exactly.
yeah.
So I have a game here now. Torbjörn Nilsson against Mikael, but I can't see Torbjörn. Otherwise, we are set to go there. Mark is the one who's going to drop out. Like, you could stay if you want, but 3 commentators is a bit much, and you won't be shown
it's okay,
on
it's
image.
alright. My voice is getting down already. I'm not used to talking to actual people, you know. This is not what I've been doing the last year. So it's all good, guys. Thanks a lot for having me, Gordon. We're definitely gonna do this again now with the huge investment in the €30 webcam.
Exactly.
We have to recoup it over the next several decades. So Was nice. Was nice talking to you. Was nice seeing you all and writing with some people in chat that I haven't seen in a while. So have a good time. Enjoy the finals.
Yeah, thank you very much. Please stay in chat if you want. And
yeah, I will. I will.
Have a great one.
Take care, Mark.
Bye-bye.
It was good to see you. Take care.
Bye.
And let's see if we can do like that. And okay, after this, everything is a bit like that. Okay, but it seems to work here. So, Longer Office, can't we see Jason and Danny? Yeah, I will try to fix that. So, just to be technical a bit, sorry that we can't give you the proper introduction now, Mark, it says. Whereby room, link, no. So, my setup is very much done for my own stream setup, which gets people in the same way as you guys, Mano and Chambers, which I think is quite easy. You just get links and my system just keeps everything so easy and fix it when I have internet, that is. But for Talaria I need to fix some other stuff. And
do you want Chambers and I to just chat a little bit while you work behind the scenes setting this up?
Yeah, I think so, and I'll check if we can get the other game up and running instead, because I need to change a lot. I think maybe. Okay. So you guys go.
So you were talking about Chambers earlier, about 2 minutes ago before we got on. Or about 20 minutes ago, you mentioned your Mono Blue, Artifact Acceleration, Sage of Latinam, Energy Flux, Mahamoti combo deck. Seen it a million times. But you said that you might have gotten excited about this deck because of your affinity for Mono Blue in Alice, right? That's basically where your heart is in Alice? And I wanted to ask you, as clearly the number one Alice aficionado on the planet, I spoke to Zvi and Ole. I don't know if you heard the Ole podcast about his Pro Tour Columbus deck, but he said he's high on the Mono Blue deck as well. But I know Zvi has been quoted recently as saying the Mono Black Withering Wisps deck may be the most broken deck he's ever seen in any format. And so if I were to get these two together, I would want to have you on to do commentary, and we could commentate on that match. I think it would be maybe the most fun I've ever had in my life. But B, what do you think happens in that matchup? Given that you probably know this better than anyone, I really have no clue where to even start.
I would give the edge to the Mono Blue deck. I would totally love to see that. And actually, listening to your podcast with Ula made me even more excited about the Mono Blue deck all over again. Just the mana efficiency of that blue deck is amazing. Just about everything in Ice Age is so slow, and people are playing Pike Knight, 3 mana 1/1 cantrip.
People. Who are saying people?
Oh, people. I mean, it's a real card.
Right.
And so true story. I once paid 75 mana for a 3/4 flyer in Ice Age, and it was good. It was a 75 mana Serendib Efreet. Totally worth it.
Wait.
Won me the game.
Via Stormcall? Like, how does the story work out?
Rogue Sky Captain. It's a 3 mana 3/4 flyer, so just like Serendib, right?
Right, exactly.
But then you have to pay the mercenary the wages, and it's 2 mana the first turn, and then 4 mana the next turn, and 6 mana the next turn. And so if you pay 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, then 10, then 12, then 14 or something.
Yeah.
By the time you're paid all of that, it's a long-term payment plan. So you've paid 75 mana for your 3/4 flyer. But
you were fine with it. You felt fine with it. Fair card. Sounds
Played
good.
it like turn 11, had my double glaciers, never missed a land drop. It was totally fine. But yeah, then you've got the Mono Blue deck that's saying, oh, you played a Balduvian Horde? How about I unsummon that? And you spend another 4 mana and another card to play it again. You paid 8 mana to discard 2 cards from your hand. I hope that was fun. And then meanwhile, I'm playing 4 mana 4/4 flyers and 3 mana 3/4 beaters. Oh, and I'm countering your spells for 2 mana or no mana.
Yeah.
It's really something. And then you've got the Thorn Glaciers, Brainstorm, Synergy. It's just, yeah, it's a really efficient deck in so many ways. And the Withering Wisp deck, I mean, it's strong, but in that particular matchup, I'm not sure that Withering Wisp is good enough.
Right, especially because you have 4 Force of Wills, and I feel like the whole deck.
Okay, sadly, I'm going
Withering Wisp.
to interrupt you because
Okay.
I think everything is set up now. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
We can return.
I'm also going to do like this, that we're on round 7 with some Chandler sounds. Because I think it could be kind of fun to look at the decks they are playing.
Let's do it.
So here we have good stuff from Torbjörn Nilsson. We were actually almost looking at this deck round 2 with Martin Berlin. He really wanted to see this on stream. He likes sushis. Because we have a removal deck with sushis, and instead of Jane Tomb, Jolem Tomb. Mano, what's your take
main
on
deck
this?
Tormod's Crypt.
Yeah, that's just strange.
Well, that's the anti-Danny tech, right? Is he playing Danny?
No, sadly not, but maybe in the finals.
Right. I mean,
That's
Danny,
fun.
I mean, these deck lists are not public, right? If Danny's going to get blown out by that main deck crypt, I guarantee it. Oh man.
Yeah, like I almost want to see that finals just because of that main deck crypt, because it's
but he
such a
doesn't have
strange
more
card.
crypts. He just has the one crypt. Why would you play a crypt just to like counter regrowth? I don't understand. What? Huh?
Like I can understand it in like a Millstone deck, if you want to go like the spice route. Like Millstone is my only win con, because regrowth Time Twister makes that impossible if you don't mill both. Then I can see it.
I
But
think
otherwise,
maybe what he's doing here is he has the Jalem tomes, and so he can afford a couple of weird corner case slots that often don't do anything, but occasionally can be absolute backbreakers. So maybe he can just cycle the crypt in a pinch, and given he has the 2 Jalems, but he's playing 3 lightning bolts. Like this is insane.
It's and 1 Stone Rain there up in the corner. I think that's pretty cool as well as a one-off.
Yeah.
But instead of Fireball, he has a Disintegrate. So you have either against like Troll Disco or the Fireball against Venus. I think Fireball is almost always better. And in the meta we've had today, with 4 mono greens and 3 blue-green, I don't know why you choose Disintegrate.
Well, especially because he has swords for trolls,
That's
right?
the thing.
He doesn't need to remove the troll from the game. He needs to Fireball away 3 1/1s. So
This is a strange deck.
Yeah.
He also plays a Mishra's Workshop, by the way.
Yeah, just for Suchis and to play the Jalem Tone, but then not activate it. Like, basically, this is a deck, as DFB likes to call it, this deck is going to win some games. And it clearly did.
Yeah,
He's 5-1 on the day. It's a pile of generally good cards with maybe some weird idiosyncrasies around the margins that we might not be totally on board with. But for the most part, it's an efficient pile of good cards that did its job today.
Yeah, because like no one will know what comes next.
Right.
But every card is good. That's why also he called it good stuff.
Okay.
So let's.
Did he actually call it good stuff?
Yeah, that's his name. That's his name for the deck. Good stuff. So let's check. They're rolling their dice now. So let's take a quick deck. Olan is going back to not his roots, but the deck is played quite a bit last year or two. A Troll Disco with counter spells. This is a very tuned list. He's played it so much. I'm not at all like that he is in the top 4. I'm not surprised. And I like the list. I like 2 Fireballs very much.
Yeah, from what I see, from the bits and pieces I've seen of the stream and the various talkings I've heard about it, there's a good chance this is the best deck in the room. Right? Because there has not been a lot of super high tier 1 stuff. I don't care what anyone says. We're never calling mono green decks tier 1. I don't care what Monta or DFB say. Absolutely not. I refuse to be on that ship. It's getting to the point now where I'm rooting against mono green. It's become too common in all these old school formats. But this
is the first tournament when it's very common
in the room, right? Like, and he's a great player who knows his way around it. I think it's hard for him to not be a favorite in this tournament at this point.
I believe so as well. Also, the discs are quite good if he meets Danny, which I also think is one of the favorites. Twiddlewalt is great, Danny is great. But even if the disc is slow, like if you get it to stick, you have the counter spells and shatters to protect yourself.
Yep.
Then Danny's just dead, if we come to that point. But yeah, like the tier 1 thing there, mono green, maybe not tier 1 and so on, but I don't think it has been overplayed until last tournament when they've put it on the map for most people. Like otherwise than that, it's Nikita, who won the main tournament at NoobCon last year. But like after that, no one really started to play mono green. It's a DFB thing. And this tournament, it's just the most played deck. Did you hear that earlier on the stream?
A few people who have dabbled. I know Nikita has put in the most time, and he's had some great results with his 4 Giant Growth, 4 Berserk version, which I absolutely love. There's been a few other people on this side of the pond that have done some work. Derek Walker out of Nashville plays a 4-strip Winter Orb version, and Carter Petray as well. So there's been people brewing in that space, but it is what it is. Let's move on to the game.
Yeah, and here we have the worst camera so far, camera angle so far from Torbjorn. Sorry
rough.
about that one. But he drew that one factory we talked about for turn 2 Suchi. That's pretty cool, but Shatter early there from Åland makes it go away. Åland also needs to show off his giant shark there, being one of the few giant shark winners.
Oh yeah, of course. Jesus Christ! So he drew his shop and 2 Suchis.
Wow,
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Some people are what's the saying? Better lucky than good.
Better lucky than good, right? Yeah.
I'm going to take the other side of this matchup though. So Ice Age has got me thinking about lineup theory, and so I'm trying to line up all the cards against all the cards, and I'm looking at the ways that Åland has to actually win the game, and it looks like he's relying heavily on those Sedge Trolls.
Yep.
And so he's going to try to line up his counterspells against his opponent's plows. And so I feel that Disintegrate could actually be relevant, because we have a bit of a remove from the game theme going on. And if those trolls all get removed from the game, then basically it's just Fireball for the win. So that's my prediction. That Disintegrate removing from the game, I think, is going to
I
come
like
up
this
one
prediction.
time
I like
this
having
match.
like this. That's my prediction, because it's so fun to go back to. But I also think there's a lot behind it, like protecting the trolls.
Chambersian thought process, though. It's such an Alice thing to do. You line.
Yes.
I love when decks are like this. The long game, you line up all 60 cards and their 60 cards, and you see how they fit together. I've done this in a few top 8 matches where the deck lists are public and I can't win traditionally, and I have to backdoor my way into counterspelling the only 4 cards that matter and weird things like that. It never works out, but at least I theory craft it. And it's funny that you've done this it's such a Chambersian thing to do. And you might be right. He's definitely going to get paid off by having Disintegrate over Fireball here at the very least. It's the one matchup you wanted it for, and he got it.
Yeah, and we see.
And as you say, the workshop into double Suchi opening is not bad either.
Do you remember?
Shatter,
Do you remember how many shatters were made?
2. He only plays 2. Must be nice, Dolan. Must be nice. Alan.
Come on. This is just too much. First, Torbjorn does the turn 2 Sushi with the factory.
So who's getting luckier now? Given that once he drew his shop and 2 Suchis, but Olin drew 2 shatters. I'm not sure.
Out of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some real lucky magic.
Yeah, I think at this point I'd rather be on the shatter side, because the workshop is probably not going to be great value for the rest of the game.
Also, he hasn't put down another land after that, and now he plays a troll with the counterspell mana up, and there's no white mana on Torbjorn's side.
But he did draw his other mana for his workshop and his Balaam Tome, which is quite convenient with 2 mana up right now. It's going to do work. But Olin is way in the driver's seat here. He clearly has counterspell up. He's going to untap with a ton of mana, 2 factories, Sedge Troll. If there were advantage bar, he's got to be
Yeah.
like 70% at this point.
Yeah,
He's a big
I
player.
agree.
Around there, like 3/4.
Yeah,
over.
something like that.
That said, though, if there's one more Suchi off the top, a 4/4 would stall all three of the attackers. And
It sure
as we
would.
talked about, there are only 2 shatters in Orlan's deck, so any Suchis that he draws now are going to be live.
Just think about Suchi if this were an EC tournament and he took 8 mana, 8 damage.
Wow.
Like now all he has to do is go bolt, fireball you when you're dead. You know, it's
Yep.
such a different animal in EC or ATL.
And if you wonder why there's so much clicking here, it's because I'm already planning for the finals to not have tech issues.
So what is I'm sorry, I don't know who's the other. I can't see his name because it's so small, and I don't want to call him by
Yep.
his name wrong. How do I pronounce his first name?
We have Torbjörn and Åland.
Torbjörn. Okay,
Yep.
Torbjörn. Okay.
Or Torbjörn.
Oh no. I'm going
I did the more English pronunciation
Yeah,
of it. I think
thank
that's.
you. Thank you for that. So what does he need to do, Skip? Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh no! Okay, that's
Yeah,
okay
but-
though.
But if that means he will later on be able to plow
Get the Swords to
and
Plowshares through.
without the
Yes.
counterspell,
Mhm.
then
Right.
your prediction is correct. I'll give you a point for that. But no, that's Torbjörn Nilsen, a Norwegian player. Åland Gothenburg, the founding city. He's not one of the founding members, but he's played a lot there. And
Yeah, he's
in the
been
X-Files crew with the rest of the Stockholmers here that usually join on stream.
This clock is insane. I mean, he's already down to 13. I mean, if he had taken 8 Suchi damage, this game is actually just over. You know?
Yeah. Is it down to 13? Oh, they are also using the die instead. Oh my god.
Old habits die hard, Gordon. It's hard to get
Yeah, I
people
know.
to carry things, you know?
It really is. Talaria has a great system there, but I also heard there were a couple of bugs today with the life counter in Talaria being a bit
Oh,
slow.
but let's not harp on that. Slanfan is absolutely
Like, this is...
crushing it with this thing. It's out of control. It's going to be all anybody uses for these online tournaments.
Oh,
next
yeah!
year.
This is the
he's poured
future.
Probably thousands of hours into it at this point. Like literally thousands. And this is not a revenue stream. This is nothing for him. It's just for the love. It's insane
Exactly.
how much he's thrown in and how awesome it is. I can't even see what lands he has tapped because of the shadows.
Yeah.
Underneath his hands.
Like, sorry, Torbjörn, I'm hoping you lose just because I don't want this camera angle on stream. Is that
Yeah,
evil of me?
Karma's a bitch.
Chambers' pronunciation of Åland is spot on. How did you say it,
mine.
Chambers?
Oland.
Orland.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You, Mano?
Oland.
Alan.
Oland. Alan.
It's Åland.
Oland. Oland.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
Oland.
Yeah.
But the trick with Swedish is to always go back for a second emphasis.
Right.
So
the
not-
vowels kind of
not-
hover. There's like a second part of each vowel, right?
Yeah. So not
No.
Gordon.
Oh.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Oland.
Internet.
This is the content.
That is
people-
actually
Fun.
super good.
Yeah. Orland. It's fun. You get to, yeah. It's very musical, I find.
Okay, we still have a game here coming
Not
in
much,
for...
not much of a
okay.
game, That's why I don't feel bad just
So,
doing
no.
nothing. 'Cause this game felt over when he drew that second shadow.
Yeah, we'll do like this and go back to the decks. And we
Yeah.
have some sideboard. I'm going to let Mano take the sideboard for Åland, and Chambers, you'll take the Torbjörn one. So, Mano, what's going to happen now?
I'm getting down low here because I'm trying to see his sideboard. He probably doesn't really know what he's up against, right? He saw Jalen Tome, he saw Suchis. The only
Yeah.
thing he knows is that artifacts are involved. So that third shatter is obviously coming in.
And the factory, Mishra's factory, no, not factory, Mishra's workshop may actually screw Åland here.
Yeah, I know.
Thinking it's much more.
Hooked him, right? He hooked him. But either way, the shatter is going to be good. He has factories and Suchis and some more incidental cards. like the tomes and more than he probably thinks even more than that. It's hard to tell at this point. I'm not doing much else. Are those black cards? Like what? Are those glooms? I can't even tell all of these cards. The only thing I know for sure is the shatter. I think he's not going to mess with much. I could see him maybe shaving like a fireball for a shatter at this point.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. Just very simple. He didn't see a lot. He doesn't want over sideboard.
I think he brings in the Shadow Storm.
Oh, there's a shatter storm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely bringing that in. Yeah, okay.
It's a shatter, it's a Stone Rain, a Shadow Storm, and 2 Red Elemental Blasts.
Yeah, he's definitely going to bring in Shadow Storm. Yeah. He saw a shop, 2 Suchis, and a Jalem Tome. Yeah, he's salivating at the chance to bring that in. So,
and then he will sit with that and like, okay.
Right.
What happened?
And he's going to eventually shatter away a Mox on like turn 8 or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look on the other players' side. On Torbjorn's side, we have the good stuff deck here, Chambers. Okay. What will come in? A lot,
okay, well,
I will say.
A mistake I make so many times every year is bringing in too many blasts. They're just so good, but the number of games I've lost after sideboarding with a blast in my hand, pretty embarrassing. Well, if he were to follow in Nick Kramer's footsteps, he would certainly be bringing in the Circles of Protection. But I think, well, that 4th plow has to come in. That's a no-brainer. Well, to be fair, the COP Reds probably are reasonable. So it depends which game plan he wants to go with. Does he want to try to remove all of the Sedge Trolls from the game? Or is he happy to play the Circle Protection Red game? Yeah, I mean, the circles are probably fine. And as far as the blasts go, I'm not the person to ask because I feel like I always bring in too many.
But
I tell myself if I'm playing 4, does that mean I'm meant to bring in 4? But
that's why it's super good that we have someone here beneath me to tell us how many blasts he will bring in.
Brian.
I mean, so this is if I'm Torbjorn, Crypt is out, Jalem Tome 1 is out, probably Jalem Tome 2 is out. I'm not bringing because you have to assume if your opponent played a troll that he's on 4 discs. Yeah. So you want to generally remove some permanents, and that's why I don't love the Cop Reds, even though you're right. If it stayed on the board, it could do some heavy lifting, but it's eventually probably going to get disked away. So the question is, what do you bring in those spots? The 4th Swords has to come in for the troll. You're absolutely right. It's a no-brainer. And now it's between Divine Offering, which you want more disc answers, and you probably want red blasts, not blue blast, despite the fact that blue blast actually kills Sedge Troll, but you'd have to counter it on the way down.
Yeah, because you saw that he's on the blue version with the counterspell there.
Right. And if you're playing counterspell, you're probably pretty heavy blue. I would just cut definitely those 3 artifacts, which don't do a lot and are just going to get disked away anyway. For like 4th Swords, probably Divine. See, the problem with these disc decks too is that they only have the discs that you want to kill. But I guess they have factories.
Yeah, like you can't board in more for disenchants. Like
I think you might be right.
But I do like the Wrath of God because that is without the possibility of regeneration.
That's true.
I think it's still a 4 mana 1-for-1.
That's fine.
So it's probably too much when you have what you said, Chambers. The Disintegrate, actually, as the 5th answer. Because you would like to have one more answer than he have threats. To always have one for that threat-light deck, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But Wrath could be if he even want to go deeper on that. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I can see one Red Elemental Blast being a good addition as well. You're lining it up against 4 counter spells, so you're likely to get a good spot to use it.
But are we all maybe on the same side here? Like, not always sideboarding. It will be just like 3 cards in or something like that.
I think I would just cut. I might even cut the shop at this point with the Jalem Tomes.
Yeah.
I could see cutting, I could see cutting those 4 cards and bringing in the 4th Swords, probably like 2 red blasts and
Ooh.
maybe 1 blue blast, and maybe you take out, maybe you like shave 2 disenchants for divine offerings anyway, just because divine offering is
Yeah.
almost strictly better here, I would think. I mean, he's not putting him on flux or anything weird, right? Like, what enchantment could he even have?
Yeah.
Control magic, maybe, I guess, but
That I'm completely with you. I didn't think about it because Disenchant is usually just a better card, and Divine is to have more. But like in this matchup, Divine Offering is like almost strictly better. So bringing in those instead of Disenchants, I can absolutely see. I'm very, very against going over 4 answers to discs.
So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. He has 28 mana sources, a bunch of which get disked away. I think he has to cut some Felwar stones too.
Ooh,
I'd rather just have blasts than Felwar stones, you know?
Do you think the game will... Yeah, the game will be slower. Disc is a slow deck. Off the sideboard usually becomes slower. You can cut the ramp, also become better against discs. But then I would cut like 2 Felwars and bring in the planes to have more lands.
Yes, sure.
I bring in the planes, and I agree with Brian that cutting the workshop is a good idea. Yeah. Because the value of getting a turn 2 Suchi or a turn 1 Suchi is not so great when the opponent is clearly going to have, 4
So land, Sol Ring, and Mox, and then we go to Time Walk, but an answer of a Disenchant on the Mox.
How do you guys feel about that? Disenchant on the Mox there. This is something that I come across all the time. The aggressive early game Disenchant versus saving your Disenchant for inevitable disc. I would never in a million years Disenchant that Mox there, ever. And I don't know if that's right or wrong, but the thought wouldn't even cross my mind.
I think it's a very interesting thing. It's more like your play style.
Yeah.
Because I've got screwed so many times with getting that Mox Disenchanted. But also, as many times the opponent has done it, I haven't gotten screwed. And I have 2 more lands. It means nothing.
Right.
So it's a bit of a gamble. And against 4 discs, which will wreck you, especially on that opening he has, I'm with you, Mano. Keeping it for the disc.
The thought process might be he had a Suchi, he had some aggressiveness to follow up with, and that easily could have been his second blue mana for a potential counterspell. So there's something there, but I think all that being said, disc is just a blowout there, right? So.
Yep. Here we have Demonic getting something, sending the turn, no land drop from Torbjorn, putting out the Sushi, and shipping back.
So this is just probably an Ancestral, right?
Yeah. Like, it's a boring play, but like, in the setup he has, I can't see even doing a fun play with the Demonic.
Oh, no.
So, here we'll see the Ancestral go off.
I've been had half a mind of doing an entire podcast about when you tutor for things that are not Ancestral, Mind Twist, or Library.
Yep. I usually always try to find a reason to not tutor for those.
It's
because
really
I think
hard
it's
sometimes.
very boring.
It's like under promotion in chess, Gordon, where you're looking for a reason to promote to a knight rather than a queen.
Yeah.
It's definitely the cool play.
Exactly. And like, I am more of a casual player in that sense. Like, even if I always try to optimize the bad decks I play or optimize my plays, that's why I need to tell myself a reason to not get that effing Ancestral.
Well, the difference is that if you're going to tutor for a 4 of, why wouldn't you just tutor for the Ancestral and then draw the 4 of off of it with 2 other cards?
I know.
Right? That's the problem. So
don't be like that.
That's how I am all the time, and I'm sure my win percentage, takes its beatings as a result of it.
That's why I play combo, because then you want to Demonic for a combo piece.
Right. If you're going to win the game with your 4 of, I guess, sure, you can tutor for it, fine. If your opponent's at 3, you can tutor for the bolt, fine, I get it.
Oh my god. This beer is just so fucking good. For those beer guys, from Bruges in Belgium, Halveman, brewery, the Half Moon Brewery, Stefan Hendrick's quadruple. One of the most lean quadruples there is. We need to
10%.
have.
How many, is that your fifth one? 10%er?
Yeah, this is 11.
11%.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. So that's basically 2.5 beers, basically. 2.5 American style lagers. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I know. That's why I promised Flovo that I wouldn't have too many.
Yeah, you've been taking it easy today.
I've been trying, actually. Mostly because you were going to join as late for me, but you probably haven't had anything to drink before. So if I was stone drunk getting you in here, I think the commentary might have been a bit strange.
It could have been awesome, though. You never know. If I'm at a 0 and you're at a 9, it's possible that's good content.
Like,
Maybe
goes
it
down
wraps
on the
around at a
5.
certain point.
Right. Time is a flat circle, right?
It's like magic. You have 100% fun. Then you just choose which player gets 100% or if they get 50 or... Yeah.
I'm not sure I agree with that, Gordon.
No.
I think old school is all about having more than 100% fun.
I'll cheer for that.
Right. It's just free. It's just free entertainment for everybody involved. Yep. So what do we think is going on in this actual game? This maze is doing the Lord's work on Olin's side.
And another one
Oh
there.
God, second maze. Jesus Christ.
That's good. But that's what you need to play when you don't play white. So, Mano, beating a dead horse. Because I do know there are people, mostly in the States, who want to restrict maze. And some people have done it. And for me, it's just a worse source to plowshares that makes it possible to not play white and still have removal.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I'm fine with unrestricted maze for sure. What just
Brain
happened? Oh, Twister in the hole?
Twister.
Holy shit.
Ouch.
Card
For
draw.
Brain Geyser, a Time Twister, and some other
Divine
good card?
Offering.
Oh my God. Yeah, the short story is Maze is fine. It's obviously a very good card. It goes in a lot of cool decks and a lot of cool places. There's answers. There's very powerful answers in most colors. Specifically, Armageddon is just insane against Maze. It's totally fine. Holy crap. And now he's going to blow up the entire board. He's going to put him on one or two lands with his 2 mazes out. All right, let's go to the other game. This is over.
Mind twist. Unfair.
And not only Mind Twist, but he Mind Twisted away 2 insanely powerful card draw spells that he was just sitting on. Jesus.
Yeah. Is this when I should say, who won the first game?
Well, I'm sure that Danny is still on like turn 3 in the other bracket, so we'll have plenty of time to see that game.
It was actually quite some time ago. It was 1-1.
Was it really?
Yeah, I got from Flovo.
Schwartz is on. He's on 4 Dreams main, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dreams can destroy. It's the worst possible card for that deck to play against.
Oh, absolutely. But he also plays 4 Howling Mines, and I can see Jason not cutting them.
I know. It's just a bucket, right?
You need to specify those, Ryan.
He's really a good deck builder. He understands all of this.
Yeah.
He understands because he's playing Spectres in that deck too, right? He gets the Howling Mine Dream synergy, of course. And he gets the Howling Mine Spectre Dis synergy. Wow, he had the counter for the Howling Red too.
Ouch.
But he just doesn't care. He just wants to play anyway. He understands that what he's doing is kind of at odds with itself, and he's just like, fuck it. I want to play Howling Mines to go with my dreams. I don't care about these Spectres. Something's going to hit. Something's going to do work.
Yeah, I've actually for real seen him play Marsh Viper.
Yeah, that was it. He played it at the main tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was there.
Like, I was paired against him and like, I'm feeling dirty whatever I do against this deck. Sorry,
right, damned if you do, and damned if you don't, because then you lost to the Marsh Viper deck. Yeah. I mean, what's worse? I don't even know.
And now Mazavith is doing its other trick, which is saving attackers. So Orland was then able to attack with 2 factories in addition to the troll.
Yeah, I like
One of the factories got blocked. He
and then you
untapped
pump
it with
as
the
well.
maze, and he pumped the other factory.
And JS Golem, thank you very much for the follow. I also want to say here to Icebox in chat, worst camera angle ever.
Oh yeah.
We do agree, but we can't really control the players, sadly. Dear Felipe, also thank you for the follow. About time. But like the macing factories is one of the like sweetest plays to do in old school.
I love it.
Just
I love it
because
so
you
much.
can use it to pump the other one. Like it's
I love it. And that's a good way to get around maze too. Attack with multiple
Exactly.
factories into a maze. All right, I'll pump the other one, screw you. Like it's just another way to curb the power of maze.
Yeah. So here we actually got it in chat. Why didn't the factory die or trade? Like the factory that was mazed, like he attacked with 2 factories. One got blocked by the Suchi. So Åland used maze on his own factory that got blocked. So it is not removed from combat, but won't get damage, and pumped the other one to do 3 damage.
So actually he drew balance here, which
Ooh.
sort of does something because Olin has a pile of lands in play.
And
It's not
cards.
going to be it's not probably not going to be enough, but it's like step 1. Step 2 is ancestral recall. And then
You know you're in a good spot when you say step 2 is ancestral recall.
right. Exactly.
I would say though that this is one of the most balanced balances that I've seen,
Boom.
because it really is a player who's way behind
Yeah.
playing a card called balance to try to
Balance the
equalize the
game.
game somewhat.
Yeah.
So I mean, Åland is going to have to decide: does he want to keep mazes around, factories, colored mana? He has to, decide what game plan he wants to take here.
Right. This is a really tough decision. He only has 3 lands,
Yeah,
right?
he ended
Yeah.
up losing 4 lands there. He lost all those factories, or he
So
chose
all
to
cards in
sacrifice
hand.
all those factories.
I take it back. That was a lot bigger. I didn't realize he only had 3 lands. I thought he had 4 or 5.
Oh
lands.
no, that's because he has a Mox as well there, so he's ahead on mana now, and like he's ahead. Torbjorn is ahead.
Torbjorn, you're gonna do it. You're gonna get there with the Swords to Plowshares. I feel it.
No. Sorry, I need to go from root for my main man Åland here. But we have here in chat. What would you buy Lotus if none of your friends had power? No, I would buy Ancestral Recall.
Yeah.
No,
Any more
actually,
Flame
no.
Busters?
The first power I ever bought, and I'll stand by this, Time Twister, because it's the most fun.
That might have been monetarily a good decision, but that's probably where the good decision making ends, I feel like.
No, it's the most fun. And I played blue-red. That was my only deck.
Yeah,
in school.
it's pretty good in the 12 burn spell decks. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Although, don't you feel that the amount of fun you have with Time Twister is proportional to the amount of power in your deck? Because you get to Time Twister, tapping out, and then play like Mox, Sol Ring, Serendib or something. That's a lot more fun than Time Twister Go.
Yeah,
And
if you have
getting
more
Mind
power, Time Twister becomes more fun.
Yeah.
But the real reindeer is in the house. Couldn't join for the tournament, but he is here in chat now. Hello and welcome. Looking forward to next week when we stream the next tournament. God damn, there's been many tournaments. Tournaments once a week. No, it's not next week. It's 1.5 or something like that.
Oh, the troll is here.
Oh, so he drew the case. Is that the case Suchi? Is that his 4th Suchi? I feel like.
I don't know this
might be his
game.
fourth.
Oh, and a blast for the.
Yes. Boom.
Now all he needs to do is rip Disintegrate for the icing on the cake in the most Chambersian fashion possible. Come on, Disintegrate, do it.
Okay, so what we have right here is a stall, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, because we can't attack with double Suchi because one gets untapped with maze, one gets blocked by the troll.
Now, Gordon, now would be a good time for Olin to draw that Shatterstorm.
Oh, that
Actually,
would be
yes, but
absolutely unfair.
It blows up the whole board. It's an auto win at this point. Brain Geyser for 2. Okay, I guess. Something.
I have to say though, if the game is ended by a Shatterstorm, I will be pretty happy.
yeah. And there we have
I'm
step
pretty
2.
much a red player.
Step 2, he
Step
ripped the
2.
Ancestral Recall.
Okay, boom.
Like this is
Strip Mine? Oh.
This is
He
a
played that
comeback
monster like
story.
It was a Strip Mine.
This is a comeback story for real.
Yeah. That's what balance does. Stone Rain and
Oh.
Strip Mine. Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my.
Okay. What are the life totals? This is getting exciting.
Like Torbjorn, have you stacked your deck?
How clutch was it too that Olin drew into a black mana source off that Brain Geyser to be able to regenerate right
Yeah.
now? That's enormous.
and I have
Time Walk.
and Time Walk, and that's win.
Oh!
Is that GG?
Wow.
That's
oh
the
my
win.
god!
Ancestral into Time Walk. That's
Ancestral
that's
into Time Walk,
what we dream about.
destroying the mace and the mana to do it.
And tapping the Sedge Troll on the first attack.
Yeah, but like
I mean, that was
it was the
a 12
Mox
damage.
to do it. It was the
turn.
Time Walk to kill in the second attack, and the Stone Rain to do it because it needed to destroy either the regeneration mana or the mace.
That's insane, though. So far, all of our
That was
predictions are
sweet.
coming true. Step 1, balance. Step 2, ancestral. We really need Disintegrate to win this game here. We'll be the best commentators ever. We need it.
That was just
That was a great game of old school Magic.
That
So
was,
much back
that
and
was.
forth. That was your
Yeah.
father's balance. You know, that was exactly what balance was supposed to do as
Mhm.
Garfield designed it, and it did it.
Yeah.
That was just awesome.
But Olan took down the first game.
Yeah, there's a game 3 coming.
So game 3 now, because I saw I had the point and the wrong. So for chat, just to you know, it's game 3 coming. There was just I put the numbers wrong. Press the wrong button. There are way too many buttons in my new setup, Mano. It's
I can imagine. I can see all the random
yeah,
dials
exactly.
and stuff behind you. Can't even imagine what all those things do.
yeah. This one does that. No, that's my seat. But
Yeah.
this here that shows the advantage bar.
Okay.
How
Oh,
it
I see.
swings up
Okay.
and down depending on what happens. But this red button here is whew,
Don't press it. Whatever you do, don't press it.
never.
So who's
Oh.
favored here? Oland on the play. He's got to be a mild favorite on the play in game 2, but nothing big. This is coin flippy. I'd say it's like 54-46 or something.
Yeah, like
No, I stick with my prediction.
yeah,
I think Orland is a slight underdog.
like Torbjorn's deck is called good stuff for a reason. It has all the good removal, some threats, like, and that's a good like. If you do the white control package, he doesn't do the full, but the white removal
Yeah.
and some threats and some restricted cards, then you have a good deck. That's
His deck is especially better now because he got to pull out the last few parts of his bad stuff after sideboard to bring in even more good stuff. So now his deck, presumably, if he took out all those
Gooder
janky
stuff.
artifacts, it's full of good stuff now because he played a blast and an offering in that game, and they were
Yep.
both. Well, the offering got mind twisted, but the blast was extremely crucial. Imagine if that blast had been Tormod's Crypt. You know,
We have here in chat, I'm sure Olan played 2 lands in a turn and still lost. And it seems no one cares for cheating here. Of course, we do care for cheating. I have no idea if he played 2 lands or not, but if he did, calling it cheating, I say, Icebox, be a
Yeah.
bit like, that doesn't mean someone is cheating. That means someone makes a mistake. If that happens a lot of times, you can start an investigation on it.
I think all 3 of us can vouch for Olin's
And
character here.
yeah.
I'm highly doubtful that he even did that. You know, and even if he did, it's most certainly not malicious or nefarious in any way. So,
Olan is one of the more technical players I know.
yeah.
Usually, so not saying you're wrong here, Icebox. That may have happened, but absolutely a benefit of the doubt there. And yeah, I'm recording everything. The stream will be up on Twitch for 2 weeks, and I will also put it on YouTube. All you can find Wak-Wak's all stuff on Wak-Wak/ or whatever social media / Wak-Wak MTG, YouTube as well. I still though need to put up the stream from last time.
How hard is it to add a stream to like YouTube or whatever? Once you have all the video files,
Oh, it's
how long
super
does
easy.
it take you to add it?
Super easy. So for me, last week should have gone up. I actually have uploaded. It was a 50 gig file. Do you know how long it took to upload me with my connection?
Do you have a gigabit connection? What do you have over there? You have like a chipmunk running on a wheel or something?
you guess how long it took, and
I'll guess 7 hours.
Mano?
Yeah, I'm not going to have a good answer because
Okay.
I don't know much about upload and download
Yeah.
speed. So I'll just piggyback.
Okay.
Chambers.
12
No, I'm going to guess. Given you're asking the question, I'm going to say 40 minutes.
12 minutes.
Yeah. He was clearly trying to show off his fancy new gigabit. or whatever he had.
So when it went down, I was very unhappy right now. But yeah, No, so and like that's it, and it's up. But I'm actually going to. I haven't published it because people thought I should chop it down to the matches for those who want to see the matches, and then you have those who want to see the whole stream. So I'm trying to just figure out.
But that's some work. That editing, the chopping is some work. It takes some time. You know, it's much easier to just upload and dump the whole thing in one.
Exactly.
In one fell swoop. Yeah.
So that's. But they're coming, and this will come. Like every stream will do from now when the stream is like launched for real. I have some betas that won't make YouTube, but every stream will be on YouTube because Twitch only saves for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But
Skate Zombie Stew is saying that they only have mud and rocks in the UK.
yeah, but we saw
But
that
I think they
earlier
also
with
had
Stebbings.
Telegrams, I think.
Didn't they invent telegrams? I feel like, yeah, they must still have telegrams.
Yeah, I think Morse code is within their bandwidth.
Yeah. Icebox also says here, like, a good answer, but just a second time would make me hardly suspicious for all time. Like, yeah, a second time within a close proximity or something like that or whatnot when it actually matters. Like, there's so many variables to make me suspicious, and there are a couple of people I am suspicious of in the old school community. But overall, we play for nothing. We play for fun. We usually drink a lot of beer when we do it. It's yeah.
Yeah, I think that Olan could do it 6 games in a row, and I wouldn't be suspicious of anything. You know, like who knows? Maybe he's had a bunch of drinks. Maybe he's not paying attention, but he's put in enough time and has enough people vouch for his character personally that like something, maybe his brain stopped working rather than he tried to cheat. Maybe he's like having a stroke. That's a more likely thing than him trying to cheat here, honestly.
Actually, yes. But I do understand, Icebox, where you're coming from, but we know Åland, and therefore the benefit of that is so much easier to go to. He's been around for a long time, have never been suspected for anything. I showed earlier on stream, real quick, a cheater that was caught cheating on camera. Like, but for 3 years, he was suspected of cheating, but no one could really point it out. Like, so there are people like that where you don't give them the benefit of the doubt and whatnot. It's yeah.
It's sad.
But no
sad
more
it
about
happens
that. Yeah.
in our space, which, like you said, we play for nothing on webcam events, and it still happens occasionally. It's pretty sad, but it is what it is. For the most part, it's not a real big thing in our community.
Yeah, and with that said, Real Reindeer, thank you for the follow. I do hate you too, as you haven't followed earlier. Oh, is that how you're supposed to say to the people who follows you, I hate you? That
works.
Seemed correct.
Like a Christian, yeah.
With him, it seemed correct, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been on stream, but he doesn't follow the stream. So
I think you're my only follow, I think.
Oh, so you do follow.
Because you're the first time I ever got on Twitch to really watch something like 3 years ago for YouTube. I've clicked on links before, but I actually went to YouTube and searched this up, and I think I followed it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know. Oh God, Time Walk and a Time Twister.
Yeah.
On turn 2. Out of
response
Torbjorn.
bold, but yeah, this is everybody hates me. Sorry, Reindeer. We love you.
That's the wrong 1 mana red spell to have there. I was
Yep.
spelled like a red ball. Yeah.
Well, this is what you were saying, Gordon. It is the most fun of the Power 9.
It is. Especially when you played Time Walk before. And
So this was turn 1 Time Walk, turn 2 Land Drop, Time Twister.
no,
Yep.
it is turn 1. Land,
No.
Blue Mox,
God.
Lotus,
I didn't even see the
Time Walk,
Lotus.
Time Twister.
Lotus.
Yes.
When did the Lotus... This is all turn 1.
Yeah.
So now he has a turn in the queue,
This
and
is
he's
great.
drawing a
This
fresh
is
7.
great.
Exactly. Because that's
How
the
big
thing.
favorite is he now? 70, 78%? No, not that high. 68%.
No, but actually, it's just he's just 1 card up.
Yeah. I think the game is going to go quite long still.
Like he's only that Mox up, but a turn as
and
well.
Owen did get a bolt off, so that's like a quarter of a card ish.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But he does have a time walk in the queue still, so that's another
Exactly.
card. So he's up. He's
Yeah.
up 2 cards, really.
And he can potentially, if he draws Time Walk and a Mox here, and is able to play another Time Walk, and then the following turn Mind Twist Orlan's hand away, then we're looking at GG.
I think it's pretty safe to say that if he draws 2 Time Walks, Lotus, Time Twister, 2 Moxes, and Mind Twist, he's probably a big favorite Chambers. That's great commentary.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that analysis?
Right. Why don't we run that through the
80%.
number cruncher?
What
I'd
are
say he's
the
a slight
odds?
favorite in that scenario.
Don't tell me the odds. Slight favorite, yeah.
All right, looks like he doesn't have a very exciting follow-up. Because if he had an obvious slam dunk, he'd be slamming it now, I would think. Is that No, because if it's library, he would have just played it and said, yeah.
Wow. Okay, that was not exciting.
Not at all.
As a
So he's only
No.
up 2 cards now. That's no big deal.
Yeah, so this is still a game.
Yeah. 68% was high. He's like maybe like 59%, I think.
Interesting. And no Moxon from Orland either.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably only plays the 3. You know, traditionally in Troll Disco, you don't play the off colors because they just get destroyed. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
or he could be sandbagging them because he has like 2 discs or something.
Mhm.
You know?
So this is typical control mirror right now,
Yeah.
hitting land drops.
But
And
I need to point out here in chat, Tweedle saying that Time Twister is actually the greatest P9 in my opinion. I won't care about anything else he written, but he was the one who won the Vintage World Championship when he won his own Time Twister painting. So that kind of makes you a bit biased, I would say.
yeah, I think he's trying to move the market there.
And I was disappointed at the moment. You're a strange man. But we all knew that. It was great having you on stream. Maybe not ever again.
So Olin having a
Okay.
goal for that factory attack was pretty big time.
Okay, here's the
Okay,
troll.
a troll.
I feel this matchup is all about these trolls. And
Plow.
There we go.
Counterspell. No?
okay, that's big.
Huh?
1 down, 3 to go.
So does he have a counterspell there, or was he just bluffing with the 2 blue up, or does he have another backup troll? He probably has a backup troll, is my guess.
Yeah. Or even if it doesn't have a backup
Yeah.
troll, just
I don't
feeling
think
he
could
needs
counter
to
there.
be
Right.
more on the protective side. Like, okay, guys. Who's the beatdown?
Yeah, I mean, he's not the beatdown. Olin is not the beatdown in general.
So you would say Torbjörn in this matchup is the beatdown?
I think
It's
they
very
both have the
hard.
bolts, and they both have 4 creatures, and they both have factories. I guess. Yeah, I still think he's the beatdown because he doesn't have the discs. I think if I had to choose a beatdown, it's him, but it's really close.
Yeah.
It's also very draw dependent, right?
Yeah. And here we have another troll. We also have some real expert commentary in chat. Never counter a swords on a troll. From the man who made Troll Disco top played, maybe. I don't want to give Reindeer too much credit, but yeah.
Yeah, he loves that one. Never
And-
counter swords on a troll though feels fairly hyperbolic to me.
Yeah.
So that was Sid troll number 2 that got mana drained, I think.
Yeah, and
So we have
disenchant on
1
the
troll in the
factory.
graveyard, 1 removed from the game.
Wait, Christian, if you're not allowed to counter a swords on a troll, are you allowed to mana drain a troll? This is important.
Big brain plays.
Yeah. I think you probably are, but
Yeah, I think both players are playing Mind
Okay,
Twist, I
what's
assume.
happening
Is
here?
that correct?
yeah.
So it's much safer to mana drain a troll than it is to fight over your own troll, because if you're playing your own troll and it's getting plowed end of turn and you're playing Counterspell to protect it, then you're opening yourself up to Mind Twist.
Yeah.
So it's much easier to pick the fights in Torbjörn's spot because he can fight end of turn with Swords to Plowshares.
Right, and that's surely why he let that troll go to that swords, right? Because he was scared of the inevitable untap into a big play.
So
So
yeah, I
one
feel this matchup just feels good for Torbjorn just because he has swords to plowshares. It feels big to me.
yeah. Shatter coming down here. Yeah, I like it.
So they're just trading removal. There's just a
Yeah.
battle of attrition at this point.
So
The first person to
it is
land-
control against control.
Yeah. The first person to land a big spell here is likely going to win, whether it's Mind Twist, Ancestral, Brain Geyser, maybe a draw 7, but that's pretty symmetric.
Yep.
That's the thing, though. No, I don't think if it comes down to Time Twister, I think the threat density is going to be higher for Torbjorn because
now the one's
his
all
threats
gone.
are in his graveyard.
It's
Yeah,
like the old Brian Wiseman school. You just keep swordsing
Mhm.
all their creatures, and you keep time twistering and regrowing, and eventually they have no threats left in their deck, right? It's
Yeah.
But
This
that's
is some
right.
very Alice stuff.
yeah.
Did they keep their twisters in? Because often one will side them out in this kind of matchup. I don't know.
Well, we know Torbjorn did.
Yeah, true.
Okay, what was the card there next to the sushi?
Looks like coercion. Or order of the
yeah,
Ebon Hand. I can't tell.
No, none of those cards are
It does look
legal.
like
It's demonic
coercion. It
tutor,
looks
I
like a vision's coercion.
Demonic?
I
Yeah,
agree.
doesn't it look like coercion?
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
demonic tutor.
Demonic
Okay.
for Time Walk, it seems.
Demonic for Time Walk?
It looks like it.
That seems weird.
Yeah, but it
4
looks
damage.
like it.
4 damage, draw a card. Is that better than draw 3 cards? Probably not. In a battle of attrition, or God forbid, because he's
Yeah,
tapped
may
out. Oh no,
have
he
it.
wouldn't have been tapped
But
out.
is the ancestral already in the graveyard?
No, I don't think
No.
anyone's cast Ancestral yet.
Then
And I have no
understand
idea
that.
what life total. Okay, Olin is still in.
Olin's at 23 because of the
Yeah,
swords. So
but
like,
I don't know what Torbjorn is on.
I think he's still pretty high.
Ooh.
I don't think he's taken anything other than maybe a city damage here.
Brain
Okay,
Gazer.
maybe he had the brain guys
Yeah.
on hand already.
Yes,
and he was
that
setting
makes a
up
lot
for
more
this.
sense.
Yeah,
It
Okay,
does.
so now this game's over from Olin's side, right? That's what we said. The first
The
person
big
to draw
spell.
Ancestral or Brain Geyser or Mind Twist, or especially the first 2, probably wins, and he did.
Yeah, because it's a controlled game. That's what it is. It's not a beatdown game in any sense of the way. And like the deck mirror, if someone resolves that Brain Gazer, that will be
Yeah.
the winner. And that's an ancestral. I think we have our finalists here.
Yeah.
Counterspell there. Oh, he
He's
had a
staying alive.
counterspell probably and tapped out of it to play troll. Maybe biting himself a bit for that. Who knows? But yeah, this is. By the way, I can tell you who is in the final waiting for his opponent. Have any guess? Jason or Friedman?
My heart, it's really hard. I don't even know where my heart lies. My head, I think, lies with Danny, but not by much. My guess would be Danny.
Okay. Chambers?
Oh,
Twiddle
who am I
Walt against
predicting?
Underworld Dreams deck.
No, Danny's deck makes me malfunction. No, I don't know.
And Danny is in the finals with Twiddlewalt, the only real tier combo deck.
Yeah, this is another good tournament for Twiddlevault. Like,
Yeah.
so the other argument is that he might have the most powerful deck in the room, right? In a field full of mono green and whatnot. Like,
Like
You
the
know,
mono
that
green deck
Twiddlewalt's
is
knocking on
pretty
the door.
good against Twiddlewalt. It has so much instant speed removal, and if you play 4 scavenger folks, like you can't counter them when they're in play, and they just kill the combo. So
well,
I
I
think
guess, yeah, it depends. A lot of these decks now are on like 3 and 4 crumbles. So if you're doing that,
yeah, if you don't play 4, I think you play wrong, but like 3 at least, and then the scavenger folks 3 at least. Like I think they're super good against Twiddlewalt, and they're the most
yeah.
played deck here. But yeah, like other than that, I think it's a good tournament for Twiddlewalt, and Friedman is in the finals. There we have the Shatterstorm taking
drew it in
down
the
his
wrong
own
game.
Soul Ring, but yeah, exactly. We Icebox once again, can you ask the players to change the camera angle? Sadly, no. The players have what they have, we just stream them. Sorry to say, I would have loved if Torbjörn had a better camera angle, but this is what we have.
Olin is hanging around here despite
Yeah.
that brain geyser. Although I guess he's down to 6 at this point, so it's not looking likely.
I'm gonna do
Oh,
that.
he's hellbent with a factory in play. Yeah, okay, never mind.
That
Sorry,
doesn't seem good.
No, this draw has to be Ancestral Recall. No, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like the classic saying,
Could still be a
every
shot,
good comeback story
Yeah.
starts with an ancestral recall,
Yep.
and that did not happen.
But he's got one more draw step, so it's still live.
Right, live to like not be dead. I do love the pace that which these guys are playing with, right? Like they're just back and forth playing their haymakers, going about their business. There's very little hemming and hawing. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, this is a great game.
been
Still
a
a
good
fun
match.
memory of a Chambers doing push-ups and practicing German words on the floor of a pub in Stockholm.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, yeah, stranger things have happened. Okay, we have a draw 2, but dies to Mishra. He has 2 more mana here. Taps
Time Walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I can
Little
see
bit.
this.
Okay. Blocker.
Blocker. Can't block for real. Can just trade, but like that's good
Better than
enough
nothing.
right now. Better than nothing.
Mate.
And we have an answer, a disenchant, and we have a lotus, and that's the handshake. Oh, and Torbjörn, I have no. Oh my god, I have no way of contacting him.
Oh, because you have a new room, a new link for him.
Yeah, I want to use my system so we can bring them in for like a winner interview or so. But Torbjörn, like, I don't have Facebook and nothing to be able to chat with anything and anyone. And like, Oyvind has called him, not texted him, called him and talked to him where he should go. That seems a bit untechnical for me. But let's see if I can fix them in to a new
Yes.
game. Otherwise, yeah.
If anybody's watching the chat and can reach out to him, that would be helpful.
Like, because then we can also, like, talk to him or her and whatnot. Him. Let's see. I'll send this in the Talaria chat and see what they do. Flowo is on me here. We watched it together. Danny is available. Yeah, Torbjörn is the problem.
He is. He's the problem for Danny too, because he has those 4 main deck disenchants and a reasonable clock. I don't know who do we think's favored in this final.
Danny. Disenchant's in all, like, the deck is built to be able to kick disenchant.
Right, if it's just disenchant or just counterspell, it's usually easy, not easy enough, but it's not impossible to fight through. It's when you have to beat both of those cards.
Exactly, and also the clock is just too slow. That's why I think Danny is favored.
Right,
It's just
he's not
for
gonna be able to
sushis.
toggle-
That's a
Yeah.
4 mana spell, and keeping up disenchant, that means you need 6 mana.
Right, tapping out for Suchi on like turn 3 or something, you could just be dead. I think this is going to be good if Danny can win this. He's been knocking on the door of a bunch of tournaments with Twiddle Vault. He's finished in the top 4, top 8 of like, I want to say like 5 different events over the last year and a half, starting with Lobster Con, the real live Lobster Con in 2018. But he hasn't been able to win one. I think once he wins one, he's going to put the deck on the shelf. So we need to all kind of be rooting for Danny at this point so we can stop this nonsense.
So how much of a difference do we think that Tormod script is going to make?
It could be
match?
humongous. I forgot about that. Game
I
one
forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Bjorn left that comment in the chat.
That's a great call. If he draws it and just puts it on the table, I guess. I mean, it depends on Danny's list. He probably
And
plays one
Danny-
main deck purples.
Yeah, I just need to say, Danny, if
Yeah.
you're still watching here, check the Tolaria chat for where to play the finals. Check the Tolaria chat for where to play the channel. Finals.
Fuck, are we giving away tech on the chat?
No,
Danny's watching.
Danny just left a comment to say that it fucked him in both of the games they played during the Swiss.
Oh, they played already? Okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Okay.
He lost that.
Did he lose to game 1 crypt? Oh, that's perfect. Oh god.
I don't know if he lost to Crypt, but if I got my information correct, Danny lost to Torbjörn in the Swiss.
Oh, okay.
Let's just assume it was to crypt because it's a much better story that way.
Yeah, that. I'll agree with you on that one. Because the Crypt doesn't make sense for me. It makes absolutely no sense.
It doesn't really do anything. It counters a recall or a regrowth. And, if God forbid anybody's playing actual anime dead bizarre shenanigans, which they don't do really. So maybe he was trying to beat all like the tier 2.5 All Hallows Eve decks that he was expecting at a tournament of this stature. It's entirely possible.
No, I think it's the the silver bullet approach. So not because you're playing 4 Vampiric Tutors, but because you're playing the Jalem Tomes.
Yeah.
You want to get max value from the Jalem Tomes by putting in some dead cards that you can then cycle to turn into cards that do things.
I think so too. There's
I
no way
understand
that Crypt is in his main deck if he's not playing those 2 tomes. I agree.
Agreed.
That's the only real liberty it looks like he took, right? Other than the Jalem tomes themselves. Everything else in his deck is generally good stuff and pretty straightforward. The 1 Stone Rain is pretty commonplace in Swedish. Everything else is just like a quintessential good card in old school. So
even if you turn those Jalem Tomes into JMD Tomes,
they're
have to
fucked
cut
up.
the
The
crypt.
players. Yeah, let's see what happens. The players do not even check the effing chat.
come on, players.
And Flovo still wants to email people. Who fucking like? I've tried to get Florian to join the Discord where you actually have like a fast-paced communication. Blazer
He's
have
not on Discord at all.
SMS'd Torbjörn about it. Slanfon has gotten me in contact with Torbjörn on Instagram as the only place.
What's that?
I think there's one thing we need to try. Does anyone have one of these that we could send?
Yeah, like that
Fair
seems.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, email because people
Although-
don't have Facebook. Yeah, therefore Discord and things like that. And Danny, you're still here in chat, but you have joined the final table, but you have not joined in the link I sent you.
Get your
That's
shit
what-
together, Danny.
Danny, in the chat of Tolaria, there is an announcement giving you a specific link where you should join for the final game. No player so far has managed to do this.
So, yeah, I think Danny's favored. The Divine Offerings help out of the board. The Red Blasts help out of the board. Is this does he get to go first because he's the higher seed, I assume?
I assume.
So being on the play, does matter. Like if you can go Landmarks, Felward into turn 2 Suchi and then be able to untap, that's something.
Yeah, I actually think those the Jalem Tomes may come in handy in game 1 as well because there are quite a few dead cards
Yeah.
in Torbjörn's main deck.
Swords are useless, right? If Danny stumbles a little bit and he gets to cycle away all those swords and stuff into real cards, yeah. Yeah, this is interesting though. Just like I feel like in Swedish, there's a lot of various versions of this pile of good cards deck. There's a bunch of ways you can build it. You can play more blue for counter spells, or maybe dibs, or you can play lions to go along with your Suchis. And there's like 80 cards fighting for 60 spots. But it's a common thing you see in Swedish tournaments more than you do in like ATL. I feel like it's just like people arranging various different good cards into like, this deck itself isn't commonplace, even if all these cards are, aside from the Jalem Tomes aside. So it's interesting, and I'm curious how the Jalem Tomes have done for him throughout the day, because he does have a lot of mana. He has 28 mana sources. I'm wondering if there were some times where he kind of wishes they were Jam Days.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Fucking Danny,
or even
his deck list. Ugh.
I saw this earlier, Brian, and thought of you.
Yeah, the deck list is effed up.
So I'm trying to see, is there a Hercules in the main deck?
I don't know, but I'm going to see. Let's see.
There's a mana short in the main deck.
So I'm going to ask Danny if he hears me and can do a thumbs up in image.
Recall. I see.
Can you do a thumbs up in camera if you hear me, Danny?
None main deck.
Perfect. You can unmute yourself.
Oh, there is
the
one. Yes,
on the bottom
by the
right.
counterspell, third row. Yep.
Yeah, Danny, we can hear you.
Danny, we can hear you. We're not putting you out to stream, just so you know. Just so you know, we can hear you and we want to hear the play. We're still waiting for your opponent right now, so just sit tight. The opponent has some problems.
Yeah, Chambers, the Hercules doesn't even matter here. I forgot, because he's not playing against the discs or anything. So it doesn't really do anything. Like, I guess it could bounce some Su Chis to slow a clock, but it's not an important card in this matchup. Mana Short's much more important to tap him out of disenchant mana. I could easily see a tutor for Mana Short line setting up, one turn down the line to Mana Short you and go about my business uninhibited. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.
Maybe I'm making it too hard, but just clicking on a link shouldn't be hard. But Torbjörn, I'm a noob at computers. I can't find. I'm in Tolaria now. So let's see. Okay, yes, I'm not finding the link, and it's too. Okay, but Tolaria is a bit. So let's see. Okay, now he absolutely has the link to join, and because. When we have them this way, we can bring them in to talk like a after show interview and things like that. And we are, they are right now super ready to play. So the players are almost ready to play. They have found their place to play, but we also have a very, very important thing to do before, and that is that Torbjörn has asked for exactly the same thing as Flovo did. So of course it's a yes. He asked for a cigarette and a piss. Flovo did the same. Of course he's going to do that.
So I don't know whether Danny can hear us. It's probably
no, he
Danny
can't.
Can hear me right now.
I now sorry, stream, who waiting for the finals, but Mano and Chambers here. Now we're using my stream setup, which I've done a lot of things. So I can control all sound from my setup here. So I can, when I choose, they can hear you guys, and when I choose, you can hear them, and when I choose, I can hear them and not, and I can reroute all sound.
Amazing.
However,
you're like one of those people in the old.
Exactly, I'm sitting with the switchboard now. So right now they are not hearing us, and they won't when we commentate, of course. But now, if something happens, we can actually go in and say, "Sorry, Judge Thing, there is one more land into play," or something like that. And so you will be able to hear them. Just so we can keep up, if we want or not. Sometimes we will, sometimes not. And if we want, we can also put them out on stream, so the stream can hear them, if that seems appropriate for what happens.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make a comment going far too deep into something that almost certainly won't matter. But Brian was making the point that, okay, there is a main deck mana short, and it looks like after sideboarding there might be 2 mana shorts. So if Torbjörn wants to play around mana short, it might make sense to say leave Mox Ruby, Mox Pearl untapped and tap out of
absolutely.
lands in order to have a disenchant open. But the interesting thing is that if he actually decides to play that way, he could get burned by the one main deck Hercules Recall. So there's some nice tension between that one main deck Mana Short and the one main deck.
Because the Hercule will go out after game 1.
Yeah, exactly. So that's an edge
by the
case
way,
that could
thank
come
you
up.
very much that you like the coverage. Better than any PT. Yeah, we had that internet error. Otherwise, I actually think my stream has had less errors than Wizards streams have had the last half year. But that's not hard to do.
Streams, card printings, bans, whatever. Name the error, they've made it times 10. So
2020 has been a great year.
Yeah. for the underground, not for the above ground Magic players so much.
So Danny says I have his deck name wrong. And that's because he sent in the deck name, let's see here, Ernamgeddon. I corrected that. What I thought was appropriate.
Well, I get it. Sylvan is his Ernam and Mana Short is his Geddon. I get what he's going for.
Yeah, it's very Geddon-y.
It's like you start with Ernamgeddon and then you iterate and you end up with the deck.
So do you guys think that he completely randomly laid those cards out, or did he actually put some rhyme or reason to how diversified they were? Because there were 2 Sylvans next to each other in the top right. I'm wondering if that's random or on purpose to appear random.
Oh, you're going deep, Brian. I was going to say that's a sign of randomness.
Right, it might be,
not evenly distributed.
No, this is planned out because the human mind who tries to do random does it way too random. And
it does it not randomly enough.
But Danny knows it. So that's why he put the 2 Sylvans in.
Yeah,
because he knows if he made it all look,
there should be more chains. Like statistically, for a real random, there should be more chains than most humans do when they try to be random.
We've got 2 boxes in a row in the 3rd row here. That could be another fake out by Danny.
Yeah, this is planned. I'm voting planned.
You're
Okay,
voting planned?
Mano?
I'm voting planned as well.
Chambers?
I'll take the other side.
Okay, you're doing random. Okay, Danny, give us the correct answers.
Plan it out, then do it nicely. I mean, that's what a deck
but
picture
this is
should
the
be
ultimate
about.
troll, right? Like he's well versed in how offensive these sorts of deck picks are.
Danny says it's random.
Right.
Chambers
But I
wins.
can appreciate the fact that he spent a lot of time doing this and putting energy into this and making it look random on purpose. He put more time into this than he probably would have into a proper deck pick.
Yeah.
That I can appreciate.
But he says in chat it is actual random. I don't believe him, but
he's from Chicago. I don't know.
Yeah,
Can we even
exactly.
trust him?
I don't think.
I mostly lined them up. What does that even mean? They're in 4 lines. The other thing I find a bit disconcerting about this image is that the same playmat appears twice. So it looks like 2 different images were just joined together.
So that's
something disconcerting
that
about that.
kind of effort. And he actually took a picture of his sideboard on the same playmat and then spliced them together into one giant notebook. He put so much energy into this and the fake randomization, yet he still trolled us with the random assortment.
And did it in a completely wrong fashion, because everyone knows when you publish on site and so on, the deck picture needs to be like that. It's not Instagram.
What is this Instagram you guys keep going on about? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I know.
That's why it's
a strange
square deck
place.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah, this pic, like for real, this picture makes me not have a clue if there's any spice in his deck or it's just a stock list.
And for real,
I have
I've gone
no
over
idea.
a lot of deck lists in my day trying to discern who should get spice awards. And I can tell you this, if you send me your deck pick like this, I'm not even looking at it. Like it's
Same
like when
here.
you submit your resume and you don't you spell Chicago wrong, some simple little mistake. I'm looking for any simple way to just get rid of it because I have too much to do.
Yep.
So if it looks like this, you're getting no credit. Even if you have the spiciest deck in the room, I couldn't care less.
I'm completely with you on this one.
And maybe you don't care about that. That's totally fine if you don't want to be counted for that. But I mean, people have done that, and I feel like complain that they weren't considered. So.
Yeah, and we can tell the players that they can start at any time because we do know Danny is listening. But we also need to say, Danny, do cut off the stream when it's time to play. But you tell your... I'm going to tell the players that they can start at any time because they can hear me even though we don't hear them. So players, start whenever you're ready.
So Gordon, you're rooting for Danny purely because you want to see this deck retired. Is that
no? That's Mano.
Okay,
so I'm rooting for Danny because he for real asked me if I could officiate his wedding once.
Ooh. Okay.
So
there's a lot of push-pull on the roots. We're also rooting against Danny because of his deck pick, but we're also rooting against Torbjorn because of his camera. So
true.
It's a complicated algo. I think all that crunched, I'm slightly rooting for Danny. Personal relationships aside, I think I'm slightly rooting there, but it's complicated. I'm not.
I love Twiddlewalt, but I hate doing the stupid win con. You should have a fucking fireball in the deck to not be a douchebag.
Well, we talked about it earlier, right? So that he hasn't even had to go off once. He just starts doing his thing and they concede. You can just play it without a win con, and I guess you can brain geyser them at the end if you really, really have to. But like, why even bother? Because everyone concedes anyway. I'd love to play it without the brain geyser and just play no win con and just start doing my thing and get an extra counterspell in the deck or whatever because they all concede.
Yeah, like, I see where you're coming from, and that's why I'm saying that's the douche way to do it. Therefore, put a effing fireball in it.
It's the Mike Long.
Yeah.
Drain life,